One of the highlights of our broadcast every week is the opportunity to sit down with the head coach of the Lions opponent. This week, that's Riley White, head coach of Lubbock Trinity Christian School. Coach, I know game weeks are busy for you, but we really do appreciate you taking some time for us today. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, Coach, we always start with the most important stuff, and that's your family. Coaches' wives and their kids, man, they really are the unsung heroes behind the scenes. So tell us about Marianne and your kids, if you would.
Well, I lucked out. I married a farmer's daughter, so being a coach's wife for her was kind of what she was used to. I always be our off season and summer program is kind of like when the farmers are out planting, and then in the fall where they're harvesting, we're kind of doing the same thing. Reaping, hopefully everything that we've sown throughout the earlier parts of the year. So she's the one that allows me to do this, and it's win, lose, or draw after Friday night. She's always, proud of our efforts and everything. And she's just I can't say enough about how much the Lord has blessed me with an amazing wife, and especially an amazing coach's wife. We have awesome. Twins that just turned 4 years old just about a week ago. So that's Caden and Madeline, and they're you'll probably see them running around the stands and everything Friday night. And we've got a son who's about to turn 1 year old named Gatlin. He'll be one here in just a few weeks. So we've got till just a few weeks ago we had three and under. So they make life fun, and that they love being out at the field and going to the games and cheering. Awesome. And everything. So I feel just very, very blessed to have such a good support system at home.
Man, that's great. I love hearing it. Well, for those that don't know, you came to Trinity in February 2022 with the intent for you to take over the program from Coach Kevin Spiller upon his retirement. Tell us a bit about that transition and kind of taking over the reins for the program.
Well, it was really great because I got to spend February through December with Coach Spiller as an assistant for him, and kind of get a feel for everything and get to work under just a really, really incredible man and a great head football coach. So it was really a fairly smooth transition when we made that in December of 22 in preparation for the 23 off season and season. So it was just a really a blessing to get to work for somebody for almost a year, and it really kind of shaped, I think, how I am now as a coach. That was a huge part of that. So transition was great, and we that was at a time where we knew that we were probably bumping up to Division II. So, really, starting in January of 23, we started trying to do things kind of with that in mind. So, we foresaw that on the horizon, and but enjoyed the last year and a half or so getting to be the head football coach at Trinity, and just excited for what the rest of the season has for us.
It's great. Well, I've tried to do my homework on you, Coach. So if I'm messing this up, please correct me. It's okay. You attended Liberty University, and you were involved in the football program there as a student assistant. And then you ended up here at Trinity Christian as a track coach and wide receiver running back coach, after which you headed east to Birmingham to Oak Mountain and then to Banks Academy. So tell me a little bit more about your coaching journey.
Well, I knew at a young age, that I wanted to be involved in athletics. When it came time to be a big kid and get a real job, it really wasn't until about my sophomore year of college that I actually knew that I wanted to coach. I'm from a coaching family, and so that kind of when that hit me, it was and I'd already was already kind of neck deep in a business degree, and so went ahead and finished that out at Liberty while running track, and then working as a student assistant with the football program. And then we did, my wife and I, she was on the track team as well. We got married and moved to Lubbock. We were at Trinity for 1 year, and then actually at Lubbock Christian for 1 year before moving to Birmingham.
Okay.
Oak Mountain High School, got to work for Chris Bell. It was just was an incredible 5 years that really laid the foundation for, I think, the way I run a program and who I am as a coach. And so during that time, though, I was able to basically get an alternative teaching certificate that was kind of paired with a master's degree. So I did that really the first 3 years I was at Oak Mountain. I was knocking out that certification and master's while teaching with really no previous teaching experience. So that was a nice little trial by fire. So after 5 years at Oak Mountain, Banks Academy was a small private school on the east side of Birmingham that my family was very involved with, and they were just a 4-year-old school. Were just having their first graduating class and didn't have a football program. So they were talking about starting a football program and asked me to interview for that position. So I did. Not really necessarily sure whether I was really interested in it or not. But through that interview process and just seeing the potential that was there within that that school, and then getting to start a football program completely from scratch was an opportunity I just couldn't pass up. So got to do that for 3 years or 3 seasons before Coach Spiller called me, and that's kind of another thing. I wasn't really looking to lead Banks. We were just, I think, right on the cusp of turning a corner, and Trinity was just my wife's a Trinity graduate, so I had some familiarity with the program. And they wouldn't take no for an answer, so we eventually just came out here and kind of went through the full deal to kind of just to cross it off my list, cross it off their list, let them move on. And the time I spent with the administration and just being in the school for a day or two, really, the Lord kind of opened my eyes to like, hey, this is where you need to be. So we basically, we accepted that job. I put in a 2 weeks notice at Banks, and then I moved out to Lubbock while my wife got our house sold and everything. So it happened really fast, but the Lord's hand was very heavily involved in it because it, again, was not on our radar. We loved, where we were living in Birmingham, loved being at Banks Academy. My wife had a great job, and, everything was, really, really going well where we were. But Trinity was the place that we were being called to be, and we're very, very glad to be here.
That's awesome. Well, we both know, man, our ways are not his ways, right? So, well, we talked about, you taking over the Trinity program after the 2022 season, and you led the team to a Division III state semifinal last year, and you guys transitioned to Division II this year. The districts were realigned as well, so there's been some changes, obviously. And one thing I've noticed in TAPS, at least in my opinion, I think there's a big discrepancy between schools, even though they may fall within the same division. We played All Saints 2 weeks ago. Y'all just played this last week, and I think we can both agree that they're more in line with the Liberties of the world than they are with the Grapevine Faith and Lubbock Trinity Christian of the world. But anyway, I don't make the rules, neither do you. But I'm just curious, do you see any discussions within TAPS taking place with regards to school size and the way the divisions are calculated, or does it warrant a discussion, or is it just need to play itself out?
I think it's hard to say because there's not everybody can be successful. There's always going to be your upper level teams, your mid level teams, and then teams that are struggling or within transition in the program. So I think it's hard to to me, when you get to enrollment size, like I don't know how else you can, unless you have an adjustment based on success. I don't know how else you classify. And we know that very few schools have every single boy who plays football.
Right.
One of the things you always hear from schools as well, I know our number is this, but that's deceptive because of this or that factor. But I think when you look at how do you make it fair for everybody, I don't really know how else you do it other than just straight off enrollment. There are states that have kind of a competitive balance type deal that moves teams up and down. I personally am not a fan of that, just because I don't think a team should be punished for being successful.
Yeah.
Now it's hard when you're on the receiving end of that, which we were Friday night. But again, I will, I can't fault All Saints for running an incredibly successful program and having success that draws athletes in and investing well in their program. So if there are any discussions about that TAPS has, I'd be curious to know how they approach that without just getting into, well, let's lump all the good teams into one classification. Well, now you're back where you were. You're going to have upper level teams, mid-level teams, and the really, really good teams that aren't as good as the best. So it's kind of a, I understand where the potential discussion comes from. I'm not really sure how somebody does that. So if they come up with something, I'd love to hear it, because I'm very open to what that would look like. But I kind of look at it on our end as we got a lot of work to do, to eventually one day, be at that level, but that's what we're striving to do.
Well, you and I were talking about this before I started recording it. You said that, successful programs, will attract players. And so I think there's definitely something to that. So I appreciate your thoughts on that. I want to shift gears a little bit, though. I know your faith is a part of your life, and it really affects how you lead the young men on and off the football field. I wonder if you wouldn't mind sharing about your faith journey.
Sure. And I really, we look at, football as the vehicle we have to impact, our young men for Christ. And we hope to win some football games while doing that, but it's never going to be our priority. I was very fortunate to go to a great private Christian school in Birmingham, and get to have a head football coach pour into my life. And so that's, again, one of the things that led me to want to coach. But I think there's, very much for those who grow up in the church, you kind of get to that point where, like, is this my parents' faith or is this my own faith? And so, I think, anyone who grows up in the church, and especially if you're in a private Christian school, you can kind of end up in that bubble where everything's easy for you. It's like, how do you manage your own walk when do you even really need to manage it to some degree? It's kind of done for you, which can be, it can be a pitfall. And so I think there was a good portion of that I had when I graduated high school. I was certainly saved, but I was kind of trying to live two lives. And then when I was removed from that environment, I really kind of didn't know what to do in terms of how to manage my own faith. So, I was went to Liberty University after my sophomore year, and that was a huge pivotal moment in my life where now I had godly men who were track coaches who were pouring into me, and a really great support system there within the track program that very much helped me kind of bridge that gap and get prepared to one day have to lead a family spiritually. And that's one of the things I think that can fall by the wayside for us as coaches. We're so focused on leading our programs and our young men, and then sometimes our families suffer for it. So that's kind of a constant thing that I'm trying to keep tabs on, because I don't want to look up one day and realize that I have raised kids that don't know how to love the Lord because they don't see me loving the Lord, don't know how to treat other people because they see when I get home I'm so wiped out, or I'm just sitting there watching film and whatnot. So trying to balance that's been a huge part of it. But I'm thankful to have a great group of coaches here at Trinity that we're have a coaches outreach Bible study weekly, and things that kind of help us within our field know how we on our ends manage our faith and the faith of our families that may differ from somebody who has a regular 8-to-5 job.
Wow, that's powerful. Well, good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing that, Coach. Well, I'm going to turn our attention to your team. You got a senior quarterback, Jesus Martinez, leading your offense, but I know you really rely on your defense to help you win ball games. I know you talked about the preseason when you were asked about it, like what was really the strength, and really talked about the strength of the defense. But tell us about some of the playmakers on both sides of the ball for Trinity.
Yeah, we definitely we pride ourselves on being a very defensive-minded football program, and that's something that we've fielded a great defense the last several years. Right now, we've had some injuries this year, so we have all underclassmen on defense. So it's a lot of guys who have played a good bit of football, but we've had to have some underclassmen step up into those leadership roles. And I really think at the linebacker spot, we've got twin brothers, Rhett and Deacon Hiley, that are really kind of the anchor of that defense. They're just guys that they're super intelligent. They play fast. We've got a really good defensive line. Got guys who are a couple of young guys in there. We're actually starting a freshman and sophomore at two of our three D-line spots. But Javion Ramon is a defensive end that we think has big time potential as a future college football player. And then I really think on our back end I do feel like we can put a good bit of speed on the field. You don't necessarily feel like that when you're playing All Saints, but against most other teams, we feel like we do have good team speed, and our guys we pride ourselves on flying to the ball and just really trying to play fast and get guys out where they can, be in spots where they're not having to think too much. We've certainly been in transition. We graduated 9 offensive starters, all of our entire offensive line. So we've been, breaking in a lot of young guys. We've got 9 underclassmen starters on offense. So, I think even from, again, when you play All Saints, it's hard to tell, but I do think we've progressed each week. There's a lot of things Friday night that we did that it just made things a whole lot harder on us than they needed to be. Took a situation where we were certainly outmatched, but we made it even worse. So,
right.
A big thing we're focusing on this week is getting those problems fixed, and that's really about us. It's not about who we're playing. So, that's a big thing there. We like to be balanced on offense, but that doesn't mean we're 50-50 run pass necessarily. It just means we want to be able to take what the defense gives us. And, we know they're, a good defense is going to try to sell out to take away what you do well. And so we want to have answers to where we're not just a team that throws the ball, not just a team that runs the ball. We can kind of do anything and everything in between. So, but the big thing for us is get our playmakers touches in space as best we can.
Well, a lot of similarities between you guys at Grapevine Faith, both looking for your first district win this Friday night. We're still licking some wounds from injuries against All Saints and even Southwest Christian. And you mentioned some injuries as well. We've got a half dozen seniors on the team. I think you all have about the same number. You're, like you said, really depending on some underclassmen to step up. So what do you expect you'll see from the Lions versus Lions matchup this Friday?
I do think it's going to, like you said, 2 teams looking for their first district win. As I watch Grapevine on film, I think, Coach Holland obviously does a great job. And, I think this is I think it's going to be a really good, even matchup, which, after the last 2 weeks we've had, we're excited for that.
Right.
But it's I just think, as I watch, especially when I watch Faith on defense, I feel like there's good speed on the field. I watch those guys and how fast they seem to trigger and recognize run pass and whatnot. So, it's going to, there's good size on the defensive line. And so it's going to be definitely a challenge for us offensively with no doubt. And, we expect to, get a, again, we're going to be relying on our defense, hopefully. But it's, sometimes someone has your number. And so, it's, we've had games in the past where the offense had to step up more and, score more points than we're used to having to score. And then we've had games where, we've really been able to just kind of not mess it up offensively. But, we're very much in a spot where in all 3 phases of the game, we're definitely going to have to play very well to get a win this Friday. And so, we don't overly talk about, winning or losing. We more just talk about executing assignments. So that's going to be, what we go into the game trying to do is one play at a time and one assignment at a time, execute to the highest level that we can.
Well, it should be a hard-fought game on both sides of the ball, and no doubt, I know you have your team ready to play. Coach, you've been so gracious with your time. I really appreciate it. You've been a blessing. So good luck to your team for the remainder of the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We look forward to meeting you Friday.
You bet. That's Lubbock Trinity Christian head coach Riley White. The Bobby Holland Show is next, followed by the Lions versus the Lions from Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium in Lubbock, Texas, right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Well, we follow up the interview with Lubbock Trinity's Riley White with our weekly sit-down with the head coach of Grapevine Faith on the Bobby Holland Show. And, Coach, appreciate you taking the time, as always, and a tough loss at home last week against Southwest Christian. What were your takeaways from that game?
Well, I thought we played well enough to win. The difference was 3 turnovers to 0, and it's a really close match, 2 even teams. When you turn it over 3 times and they don't, that's usually going to be the difference.
Yeah, we've talked about that. It seemed like in a few of the games where there's that turnover differential, really it's tough to overcome. But it started out in a strong way. You guys jumped out to a 14-0 lead, but they seemed to make some adjustments. You talked about the turnovers. They made some adjustments on the defensive side, which really gave you guys fits trying to move the football. I don't know, that was a point of frustration, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were finding some ways to stop our inside zone. And including the big 4th and 1 where we failed to keep our drive going when it had been a really good drive up to that point.
Yeah.
We felt like we were marching in to go tie it up. Well, personally, I think if we scored, we were going to go for 2 and go for the win right there.
I was thinking about that. Yeah. Well, the one thing they lined up to do was run the football, and they did that effectively. Robert Jones, second, their running back, really just kind of had his way, and he seemed to really kind of put the offense on his shoulders, and he was tough to stop. He was a big kid and a good runner.
Yeah, they did a good job running the football. I felt like we tackled well. But I think the difference in that was they didn't have a whole lot of big plays, but it was a lot of 5 and 6 yards off of the initial surge of their offensive line. So while I think our defense played pretty well, it was not, at the end of the day, good enough to win. They were able to get a lot of yards rushing in small increments and just keep the chains moving, which I think was a big strategy for them. Control the clock, limit our possessions, keep our offense off the field, and just drive.
Sure. Well, a big concern late in the game was the injury of your defensive captain, Corbin Irwin. See anything suspect there? Was that just a football play? And what's his prognosis at this point?
Well, yeah, when they do their outside toss play, their lineman will cut somebody kind of from behind, like on the backside of that play, which is not illegal. And some people might say it's unethical. I'm not accusing anybody of anything unethical.
Yeah.
It's just it is a little bit dangerous and it's unfortunate. But that is what happened. I talked to the referees about that before the game to be on the lookout for it. It becomes illegal if a player is engaged with another lineman. That was not the case in Corbin's case. He was not engaged with somebody else, so it wasn't a chop block.
Yeah.
But that's how it happened. His ankle stayed planted in the ground just a little bit a little bit long enough for the knee to kind of buckle and not just slide out from under him. And so he has a sprained ligament in his knee, so he's out this week. I don't know when he's going to be able to get back. The key there is that you've got to have stability in the knee.
Sure.
Otherwise, you run the risk of a far more serious knee injury.
Sure.
And so, we don't want him to tear his ACL or anything like that.
Sure. Well, you guys have had some other injuries, obviously, that have impacted, ability to run certain formations and the talent that's not in there that you want. So can you give us an update on maybe some of those guys that have been hurt? I'm thinking of Christian Corley, Charlie Donovans, and Jace Walkers. What does their status look like?
Yeah, so we get Christian Corley back this week, so we're really excited about that. Charlie Donovan is back this week. We're excited about that because he helps us both on defense and offense.
Sure.
Both of those guys help us on special teams. Christian was playing really, really good football before his injury, so we're hoping that he doesn't miss a beat and he's right back in there. And so Josh Harris is back this week.
Good.
That's great news. And Jace is still going to be out another week.
Okay.
Waiting for him to be completely cleared. And so we're not totally back, but that's injuries are a part of the game.
Sure.
Every year you look at when a season is over, you look back and say, golly, if you had said in August that we'd be relying on this guy to play this position, you'd think we were crazy. And inevitably every season that happens because injuries happen.
Sure. You have to make the adjustments.
That's right. And that's our job as coaches, is to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, you got your longest road trip of the year to Lubbock against the Lions of Lubbock Trinity Christian. Coach White talked about the strength of his team being his defense. What do you expect you'll see from them this week?
They hustle to the football really well. They're a really sound defense, and they're good tacklers. So they've got good athletes. They know what they're doing. They run pretty simple scheme. So yeah, defensively they're strong. And then offensively, they line up in some unbalanced formations, and they run a lot of triple options. So it's not triple option in like a flex bone sense, like a service academy. They spread you out and then run the options. So they're still trying to run like quick game passes. So they're more dynamic in the throwing game than your typical option team. And the idea is they want to spread you out, get you into, challenge you with the formations, send guys in motion so that you might have a different guy responsible for the quarterback or a different guy responsible for the pitchback, depending on the formation, depending on the motion. So if they line up in one way every time, you kind of know who's got pitch, who's got dive, who's got quarterback. But when the formations change, now it might, instead of being a safety, it could be a corner. But we've had a really good week of practicing all those scenarios. I'm sure they're going to unveil a new formation that will be a challenge for us. That's just kind of the life of a defense. You get ready for what you've seen, and then in the game when they come out with something new, you get on the sideline and figure it out. But I think we've had at least 35 scout team plays ran every day this week, so we've really seen a lot, and our kids are ready.
That's great. Well, I just mentioned the alignments, and I'm curious, and I'll ask you the same question that I asked Coach White, and that is, look, I didn't play high school football. It doesn't keep me from having an opinion about it, but is there a discussion that needs to happen within TAPS with regards to, I'll call them these power conference discussion that you think that needs to happen within TAPS on some of these alignments, or is it just one of those things where the cream rises to the top and you just got to, the schedule and the alignments just work themselves out?
As far as enrollment numbers and who's in
and just
different
divisions? Different divisions and kind of the way things are aligned. It just seems like, for me personally, I like All Saints, and they're 6-0, and they're just, they seem to be kind of a league amongst themselves. So who they've lined up against, it doesn't seem like there's, and I'm not asking for parity. I'm just curious if you think, and look, maybe it's one of those things where it just, it needs to work itself out, and you play the games that are scheduled for you.
Well, in my history in public schools, you turn in enrollment numbers every 2 years, and those are really highly regulated, audited, and down to the student in a seat in a history class second period.
Sure.
And so those numbers are extremely reliable. Someone would have to commit fraud in order to have inaccurate numbers. I'm not as familiar yet with how TAPS does it, but it's not as regulated. I'm not saying that there's discrepancies or inaccuracies on enrollment. If it is that, if people feel like it is, then sure, let's explore ways to oversee that. But my opinion is that they put us in a division. Those are the teams we play. We got to figure out a way to go beat them. And if we feel like their program is at a level that we're not at, I don't want the answer to be let's pull somebody down. Let's figure out a way to get us up to that level. So that's kind of the way I see the challenge for me in my job.
Yeah, and I was definitely not asserting there's any sort of discrepancies or anything unethical going on, but I do know that you're the type that's like, hey, we got to rise to the occasion, and you accept the challenge head on. So
sure.
Well, 3 games left in the regular season. What's the message to the team this week? Good.
So our theme in our weekly Bible study has been growing in wisdom. So right now we're looking at things you should be seeing increasing in your life if you are maturing in your walk with Jesus Christ. And one of those is you're finding a deeper level of wisdom. And I think tying that to where we are in the context of our football season. Last week we talked about on Friday in our breakfast with dads that if you can meet challenges with joy, and if you can trust in the Lord through those challenges, God will grow you in wisdom, and He will grow you in perseverance, and that will lead to hope. And obviously, we have gone through challenges this year, and if you pack up your bag and give up, you miss out on a chance to grow in wisdom and to grow in your trust with the Lord. At some point in these young men's lives, they will go through another challenge, be it at a job or in a relationship. And I hope that they have the experience of, there was a time in my life when I went through a hard time, and I stuck it out. I kept my heart into it. I trusted in the Lord, and I grew in wisdom and perseverance and hope through that. And so that's been my focus with the team this week, that you give everything you have, no matter the situation. And in learning how to do that, it becomes its own reward for you.
Well, that's a great life lesson, not just for high school athletes, but for all of us, right? So I appreciate that word. Well, Coach, I know it's been some tough sledding, and some results haven't happened the way you wanted, but we're obviously hoping for a strong finish, and hoping we're talking about a Lions win next week. As always, thanks so much for the time.
You're welcome. Thank you, Steve.
Well, that's head coach Bobby Holland here on the Bobby Holland Show. Your Lions are on the road in Lubbock against Lubbock Trinity Christian from Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium. That's coming up next right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
We welcome you to Lubbock, Texas, to Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium for tonight's game between your Grapevine Faith Lions and the Lubbock Trinity Christian Lions. Steve Anthony alongside Jack Wharton. Barry Irwin on our camera tonight. Have an opportunity to hear from Barry as well throughout the game. His son Corbin out because Barry brings incredible insight. Barry, you gonna take that laying down? Hold on. Oh, let me turn you on.
I figured it was a big joke. Jack just gave me this mic knowing it's never going to be turned on.
Oh, it's on. You're on. You're on. Yeah, the PA speakers work unbelievably well. They are blaring. So we are on top of the home press box on the home side. You can see across the stadium there. Barry will get you a shot here. The opposite side is the Lions, Grapevine Faith Lions sideline and our visitor bleachers. Don't get confused tonight, Jack, because we're going Lions and Lions. So the Faith Lions. I'll just try to say Trinity and Faith if I can remember. Okay, Johnson kick it off. The Lions kicking off to Trinity. Have a pooch kick. Ends at about the 32-yard line. It's a live ball. He falls on it. So the Trinity Lions will start 1st and 10 from their own 27 or so. Faith Lions in their all-white uniform, white pants with the navy stripe along the side, the white jerseys with the red numerals outlined in navy, and the white helmets with the red Lions logo. Trinity Christian in white pants with the red jerseys, white numerals, and they've got the white helmets with their number on the side of the kind of like an Alabama kind of look. But so we're ready to go here, Jack. First play from scrimmage here. J.J. Martinez, the quarterback for the Trinity Christian Lions. There's a handoff hit immediately by Colton Edwards. He pulls forward for a gain of about 3, but a nice hit there initially, Jack, as he got to the line of scrimmage. Colton jumped up and popped him right away.
Yeah, Steve, we talked about it in the pregame. You and I were talking about just falling forward to get 3 yards, and that's kind of what happened right there.
Yep. Something that's all it takes. Well, we talk about it every week. The Lions on offense, have to avoid the long third down situations, and defensively need to force the other team into long defensive situations. So we'll see how that goes tonight.
Look how wide that offensive line is, Steve.
2nd down to 7. Here's a roll to the side. It's a pitch, an option play. Pitch number 1 hit. Nice hit there by back in the lineup tonight.
Good to have him back.
Yeah, he's been out the last 2 weeks. The senior safety comes up. Gain of about 3 on the play, so we'll call it 3rd down and 4.
That's a long 3.
Yeah, we'll call it 3.
4.
Yeah, call it 3. It's kind of right in between there. But
Christian Corley kind of had the beat on him pretty early too, Steve. Just kind of fell forward again for a couple more yards than he needed to.
Pitch to Deacon Hiley, the junior running back for.
And that was an awkward pitch, by the way.
That way, yeah. J.J. Martinez, number 4, their senior quarterback.
Doesn't look like he can pitch it to his right.
Just saying.
He needs to get that down just like they had in the movie.
Here's a big 3rd down play. And
Christian
Hiley's got the 1st down and then some. He's out close to the 45-yard line. They mark him down at the 44, and that will move the markers. So 1st down for Trinity Christian. Had a chance to visit. Hopefully you caught our pregame show with Coach White of Liberty Christian and then the Bobby Holland show. Coming up at halftime, we've got our Stories of Faith with Brother Andy Wright, Bible teacher, Grapevine Faith. Just had a great sit-down with him this week.
Mr. Wright.
Oh, man, it was so good. He's just a really, really true gentleman. All right, 1st and 10 for Trinity Christian at their own 44-yard line. Snap back, pass to Martinez out to the flat on the left side. He's stacked up. Forward progress, they give him about 2 yards on the play. Yeah, it takes it out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that we're talking about earlier. You and I were talking about these offensive linemen being a little more spread out than normally. Kind of gives you that little bit more time to get that pass out to the outside like that.
Now, folks, I know you're thinking, hey, there's a lot going on tonight. It's the first game of the World Series. What am I going to do? We're going to keep you updated on scores throughout the night. We'll give you some of the high school scores from around the state. So you don't need to go anywhere. Again, clearly you have nothing else to do if you're listening to us tonight. So, no, we're kidding. We appreciate you being here. There's a man in motion here on 2nd down and 8. Out into Lions territory. And right at the 1st down mark, And that's going to move the chains for another first down.
Good kind of misdirection on the offense. Got that running play going.
Yeah, Deacon Hiley, powerful running back. He's kind of built like a little fire plug, man. He's just a fire hydrant. He's just stocky and big legs, just driving.
Look at this formation.
Yeah. Come again, Barry. Say that again. What you got?
I said you never know who the pitch man is going to be with this group. It could be a guy in motion. It could be a guy when the ball snapped who runs toward the quarterback and then runs back the other way.
Stack tripped here on the near side. Pass out to Joshua Marrero.
Oh, no.
And he was never marked down, and he takes it in. They're going to call that a touchdown.
Trinity Christian Lions, Josh Marrero with the reception.
He was, Jack, I guess he was just he never touched the ground. I think he rolled up behind on top of somebody, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah, disappointing. And I was just about to say, I'd like to see Christian Corley get a little more aggressive. He's got the play read perfectly. He just got to get that hit going early. But he's done it every time he's been out there. First game back, maybe he's got a little bit of a kind of angst.
Trinity Christian for the point after here. Scoring on their first drive. They took the opening kickoff for a touchdown. Almost blocked it.
Oh, who was that?
But
Charlie?
Barely, yeah, that was Charlie Donovan, yeah. So they do get the extra point through. Just enough. So 8:14 left in the first quarter, and the Trinity Christian Lions out to a very quick 7-0 lead.
That's disappointing, Steve. They Christian did have that play read pretty good. I like him to just kind of be more aggressive and not stop and just go through that player. He just needs to put his head on that chest and run right through him.
If you're listening tonight, watching, let us know. Text us at 817-980-7994. Give you that number again here in a second. We are checking the chat on our YouTube stream as well. But you can text us at 817-980-7994 and let us know where you're listening from. And the Lions have the kickoff here momentarily, but the Lions offense coming on the field here shortly. And we'll get you their starting lineup here. Here's the starting lineup for the Lions.
Austin Cosby, quarterback, class of 26.
Charlie Donovan, wide receiver, cornerback, class of 2026.
Charlie Bunch, wide receiver, class of 2027.
Cannon Hunter, cornerback, class of 2027.
Jace Walker, receiver, class of 2027.
Noah Smith, wide receiver, class of 2026.
Jensen Anthony, center, class of 2026.
Austin Bowling, offensive tackle, class of 2025.
Ryan Purdue, right guard, class of 25.
Slade Corley, right tackle, class of 2027.
Eric Couch, left guard, class of 2027.
Forward, he gets maybe a yard on the play. So gain of 1 on the play. A little different look on the offense already in this first series.
Well, Barry and I were talking beforehand that big number 55 on the end there, they've got to figure out a way to put 2 men on him,
yeah,
2 hats on him at any given time.
What'd you say, 6'5", 6'6", number 55? How big is he?
6'6", 235.
Goodness. Yep, so they've got a stack.
Right.
There's Noah Smith in motion. Little jet sweep, trying to pick up a block, and gets out maybe another yard, so it's going to bring up a long 3rd and 8.
Yeah, it kind of almost looked like Noah had more running room wider than what he did. He kind of cut in a little too early, but
yeah, he was trying to.
I like the new look, and I noticed you're putting on another layer of clothing. I tried to tell everybody. Once that sun goes down out here in West Texas,
I'm not
it gets
complaining.
a little bit of degrees colder.
I'm not complaining. Just throwing on a little vest here. All right, 2 receivers split to each side with Walker Little in the backfield with Austin Cosby. 3rd and 8. Lions at their own 45-yard line, trailing 7-0. Inside of 7 minutes here in the first quarter. Play clock down to 5. They get the snap away. He's looking deep. He's got Charlie Bunch, and it's caught. 1st and 10. No flags on the play, all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Nice 35-yard pickup there, Steve.
Great passing catch there from Austin Cosby to Charlie Bunch. They are inside the red zone. They're just in the Reliant Air red zone. If your house is on the red zone, Because your HVAC system's on the fritz. Call Reliant Air Conditioning today at 877 Your Hero.
Call 877 Your Hero.
Thank you, Jack. I'm always disappointed if you don't ever do that, but thank you. We always appreciate it.
Need to move that tight end onto this left side with 55 over here.
Yeah, they've switched the running back. There's a handoff to Walker Little up the middle, and he's taken down. Gain of about 3.5 on the play. Takes it inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Yeah, we need a little tush push there, don't we, Jack?
Yeah.
Like the Eagles. So
Yeah.
55 is back on the other side now. They're kind of moving him around a little bit.
I might move Jake Ford over here this left side, or whatever side 55 on. I want to see Jake Ford.
Braden Jowers, number 1. He's 6'4", 190. He's not as big. There's a little pitch to Jake Ford on the inside handoff, and they read that immediately. Speaking of Jowers, there he is on the tackle. That takes the ball back to the 21-yard line. So loss of about 4 on the play is going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Well, not much luck on the ground so far, Jack. All our yardage gains has been in the air.
Yeah, I don't know if that was going to develop into anything. I think if that pass was a little bit lower, Jake probably could have turned a little bit quicker.
Charlie Donovan and Cannon Hunter into the formation. Noah Smith and Charlie Bunch on the far side. Snap back to Austin, rolling to his right, design rollout. But he's looking for Charlie Bunch.
He's got it.
Oh, he's got it. What a catch.
No
they're
good.
saying he's out of bounds.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough one to call. But
so I was watching Charlie on the play. He did a little hook route just past the first down marker. And Austin, I don't know if it didn't see him, but he wanted him to go deep. He wanted him to basically curl out and go to the end zone.
Well, and it looked like Austin was kind of running for his life, actually, over there.
Yeah. It was a design rollout, but there was some guys in pursuit. So 4th and 11 for the Lions. They're going to go for it here. Trailing 7-0. 4:45 left here in the first quarter, just underway. Snap back to Austin. Again, a rollout to his right. Good protection.
There it is.
He's got
right
Charlie
there.
Bunch. Touchdown.
Woo!
Lions. Boy, great play there. No penalty flags on the play. So that will stand. And we first on their first possession. The Grapevine Faith Lions take it in. Barry, a good result on that.
It was very good.
Riveting commentary from Barry again.
So, Barry, I'm sorry. I'll point to when you're on. How about that? I left you kind of hanging there.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
The kick is good by Kay Johnson, so that ties the score out of the hold of Hudson Smith.
Steve, I don't want to jinx myself here,
but you're going to go ahead and do it. Go ahead.
I was going to say that was one of the better offensive drives I've seen all year. Aside from a couple of missteps, otherwise I think that was a nice, patient drive. Kind of found the open receiver, and by the way, they made the adjustments on that pass play. They saw what they needed on that curl route you were talking about, and then kind of did that fake out again, and then out and up.
Yeah, they like that. They like that. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have success in the air. We may see another record night from Austin. They have not had much luck on the ground.
I know Coach Music and Coach Estrada are sitting up in that booth trying to make some decisions for that offensive. I'm glad that they're not sitting next to us again.
Yes. Hey, we want to thank Reliant Air Conditioning as our all-school sponsor. Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud sponsors of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commission, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call 2 of the companies first, get their price, then call Reliant Air Conditioning, 877 Your Hero, and you'll see how they've been gimmick-free since '83. Lions defense will be coming up here shortly, so we'll give you that defensive lineup here momentarily. Lions back to kick here. We'll give you that defensive lineup. We'll let you know what happens here on the kickoff. I'll play the wrong video there. My apologies, folks. We'll get the defensive lineup here shortly. Lions attempted a onside kick on the kickoff. and were unsuccessful. So Liberty will take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. There's a breeze. If you hear some breeze on the audio, folks, we apologize. J.J. Martinez, the pass here to the near side.
Incomplete.
Falls incomplete.
All right, we'll take that.
Intended for Joshua Marrero, who scored their touchdown earlier.
Defensively. Incomplete pass counts as a defensive stop.
We are facing due east, and so we've got kind of an easterly wind right in our face.
Yeah, we're about 30 feet up, you think, Steve? And it is blowing.
It's a beautiful stadium, and we got a great viewpoint. Jake's up here with Trinity Christian's camera.
It's been a Chamber of Commerce day out here in Lubbock as well, Steve.
We'll let you expand on that here in just a second, Jack. Nobody else knows what that means. Deacon Hiley in the backfield behind Marrero, who trips to this side with a man in motion. Hand off to Hiley up the middle. Hit immediately. Good tackle there by Austin Odette, I believe. Let's see. No, Jackson Walker. Gain of 2 on the play.
Steve, 3rd and long. That's what we wanted defensively.
We talked about this earlier. We've been in those positions offensively. Now it's time to put their team in that same spot. So 3rd and long here for Trinity.
You know what would be good right here, Steve? A tackle for a loss.
I'd take that. Force a punt, maybe even a turnover. Lions did not have any takeaways last week. They did turn the ball over twice with 2 interceptions, but did not have any takeaways. So hopefully they can be on the right side of the ledger on that tonight. 3-man front this week for the Lions. It's a pass right across the middle. Caught, complete to Marrero.
Gracious.
He's going to take that at the 5, almost to the end zone. Tackled just short of the end zone. Charlie Bunch saved a touchdown, but missed coverage there. And the Trinity Christian quick to the line of scrimmage.
Haven't even got the chain set yet, Steve.
Yep. Yeah, Marrero has already shown his ability to impact this game. Now they pull J.J. Martinez. They got trips left, and they've got Marrero in a wildcat formation. This is the receiver that had their first touchdown and just caught that pass just now. And he's in his quarterback, kind of a wildcat formation, as we mentioned. Snap back to him. Sure enough, he takes it. And he's in for the touchdown.
It's going to be a high-scoring one. It's
yeah. If we're going to stay in this game, we're going to have to be right. And they've just really struggled to contain that running game.
I don't know
if that passing game.
I don't know if the short field mattered or not because they scored on that 49-yard pass.
Yeah. Or close to it, right? Score on the next play. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Sorry.
You're good. Camden Marshall into.
God, Donovan is so close to that.
Take that. Yeah. Sorry, Chris Baca. My apologies. Chris Baca on the extra point there. So 3 minutes, 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Trinity Christian up 14-7. Both teams, Trinity scored on both of their possessions. Grapevine Faith scored on their sole possession of the first half. We appreciate you joining us here. We'll try to get you some scores here from around the area and also keep you updated on the World Series if you happen to have any rooting interest there. Well, Jack, be interested to see what they do offensively if they try to continue to run the ball and open up the passing game, or if they're going to go straight to the passing game.
It looked like Coach Ware was trying to find whatever worked on that last drive.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of poking around. Oh,
another kind of a pooch kick there.
Run it back. There you go.
There we go. Nice. Take it.
Oh. Whoa, come on.
Here comes some penalty flags in.
Woo!
Yeah. That was Tyler Brown on the return, one of the upbacks.
Several flags on the play.
There's a few.
Yeah.
Top of the first, the World Series is underway, and I just tied at 0. Game from Chavez Ravine in L.A. Dodgers hosting games 1 and games 2. Then they go to New York for 3, and then back to L.A. if needed for games 6 and 7. We'll also get you some high school scores here shortly.
I don't know what they saw on film, but I guess we're going to see just onside kicks all day long, I guess.
It's kind of a squib I guess trying to see if it'll get a big kick up or something, Jack, and see if we'll make a mistake. So, all right, 1st and 10. Two backs in the backfield. There's a handoff to Walker. Nice.
Go, Walker, go!
There we go, still on his feet. Nice run there by Walker Little on 1st down. Gain of 8 on the play. That's what they've needed desperately in their running game, Jack.
Yeah, I think Walker's got the ability. He just needs to keep his feet moving when he gets through that gap and know that there's going to be more room in front of him.
Well, they did that time what they were not able to do last week against Southwest Christian, offensively or defensively, and that is get yardage through the line of scrimmage and then defensively stop the running back before he got halfway into the secondary. So nice run there by Walker Little on 1st down. 2nd down and 8. Noah Smith's going to switch sides here. So again, two running backs in the backfield with I
was going to say
Austin.
Let's switch Jake Ford and Walker Little on this side.
Charlie Donovan, Noah Smith on the near side. Charlie Bunch on the far side. There's a handoff to Walker Little again, still on his feet. Enough for a 1st down inside the 30-yard line. And a good run there.
Yeah, nice 5-yard pickup. He's getting through the line this time, and he's keeping his feet moving, so that's good.
In the different formation, giving a little wrinkle to the Trinity defense, Jack. They're not they're used to thinking that 2 receivers split on each side with one running back, and Lions showing a little different look this week. I'm a fan of that.
I am too, and I like the different formations on each play too. Just not lining up and throwing a different play with the same formations. Not going to do it either. But this is really working tonight.
Another handoff to Walker. Oh, good tackle. Oh, he's hit immediately up still.
I like it, though. He's moving his feet every time, even though he got hit there.
He looks like a little different running back right in this series, even from the first series. Loss of 1 on the play.
The great Mark Edwards brought us some Capri Sun. Maybe he had a Capri Sun on that last sideline break.
Capri Sun. All right. Cannon Hunter in the game.
Or maybe just an Uncrustable over there on the sidelines.
Uncrustable. The great Mark Edwards bringing us some snacks. We appreciate it up here. So Walker Little, the single setback in the backfield with Austin, switches sides. Cannon Hunter and Charlie Donovan on the near side. Charlie Bunch and Noah Smith on the far side. 5 seconds left on the play clock. They do get it away. Anthony snap back to Austin. Pass across the middle. Caught by Noah Smith. He's in for the touchdown. No flags on the play, and that play will stand.
Wow, we're in for a shootout.
I mean, the defense apparently neither defense got the note that there's a game tonight. Haven't shown up yet. So
yeah, and boy, that was a nice developed play. And then I like the throw from Austin, and then right there in the hands of Noah.
Barry, good running game to set up that pass to Noah Smith. What do you think?
I think they're daring us to run because they only have 3 down linemen. So then when they start moving their linebackers up into the C gaps on both sides, we hit them with the deep ball. Coach Ware's calling a really good game.
Yep. Good. I agree. Give them a little different look than what they've seen. I don't know if they've scouted us with whose film they scouted us with, but some different plays already tonight and some different formations, and that's causing some fits for Trinity. So 58 seconds left in the first quarter, and we are tied at 14. So a little bit of a offensive juggernaut here.
Yeah, and by the way, you were talking about setting up the run. I mean, Walker Little on that drive really
Parish Episcopal and Prestonwood tonight. Wow, it's scoreless in the first quarter, but we're going to keep an eye on that because that's going to be a good game. Grace Prep and Regents also will be a good game. Regents out of the Austin area. That should be a good game. Richland and Aledo tied at 7 in the first quarter. We'll get you some more tap scores here momentarily. Kate Johnson to kick off. Again, we're tied at 14 here. And a little pooch kick again at caught at the 29-yard line. Good coverage there by the Lions kickoff team. Finally taken down at about the 34-yard line.
Receives the kickoff.
Both teams looking for their first district win. The Lions lost to Fort Worth Christian in their first district game, and then they lost to All Saints last week. I think it was 43-6, if I remember correctly. I'll try to confirm that score, but they had their troubles with the Saints as well. Oh, Prestonwood scored now. So Preston went up 7-0 over Parish Episcopal, number 4 and number 6 in taps. That's in the first quarter. That's that game at Prestonwood. Nolan Catholic hosting Liberty. They're scoreless in the first quarter. J.J. Martinez with 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 receivers here on the near side. Inside handoff to Hiley. Drives forward, and Mercy still on his feet.
He dragged a couple of our Lions down the field.
Let's make sure his knee or shoulder or something hits the ground, that you don't land on top of somebody, because get up and run like Marrero did. Boy, a big first down gain there. There's an official timeout.
Oh, they never changed the ball out after the kickoff.
Timeout on the field by the official.
He's looking.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
yeah.
Illegal ball.
Barry asked if
throw the
Brady.
flag.
Yeah. And Jack, you got to remember, we're on the Trinity sideline. We got people below us.
Sorry.
The great as well. Knox, you did a tour of Texas Tech today, did you know? There we go. His dad's alma mater. Knox, how many people stopped you guys on campus as your dad was walking? Oh, Jack Wharton, no way. There's a little trick play. Marrero pitches it out. Oh, almost hit him. Almost knocked the ball down.
Oh, was there? I thought the ball came out. That's going to be a
loss on the play, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. But nice defensive stand there on the second down by the Lions to hold them to no gain. So that will be the last play of the first quarter.
Lions are tied at 14. We've got a good one, folks. Stay tuned for the second quarter.
Just letting you guys know that still scoreless in the World Series Game 1. Thanks to our platinum sponsors, Chick-fil-A South Lake, TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Thank you to the St. Romain family and Chick-fil-A South Lake. Thank you to Victory Church. They meet at Grapevine Faith High School on Saturdays at 4 p.m. and Sundays at 10 a.m. Paragon Eye Associates, Dr. Todd and Kayla Ford. Thank you to our sponsor, Paragon, p.m. and Sundays at 10 a.m. Paragon Eye Associates, Dr. Todd and Kayla Ford. Thank you to our sponsor, Paragon. Dr. Ford, they offer premier ophthalmology and eye care services at 2 locations in DFW. Paragon Eye Associates. Our gold box final Holt of Holt Dental. Our silver sponsors, Rodney and Stacy Meyer. I'll spit it out. Rodney and Stacy Meyer of Myers Pool Care. Leland and Chrissy Pennington. I was at a baseball game at Oak Grove, dude. Yeah. It was, holy cow.
I got some insight on that. There was a fuel leak on a boat, and when the guy turned the boat on, it exploded. And luckily, he was thrown from the boat onto the dock and into the water, shattered his leg.
Oh, but he was alive.
He was alive, yeah.
Good grief. Mercy. All right. Here's the handoff to Hiley. He is through the line. It's still in the secondary, inside of Lions territory, down to the 38-yard line. Big run there by Hiley. He's built different than Robert Jones II was from Southwest Christian. So we're seeing some very similar runs where he's 3-4 yards into, past the line of scrimmage before he's getting touched.
Yeah, he's a big runner. I mean, you're going to have to hit him on that defensive line first before that. Barry and I were talking while we're standing in line over there. You don't want your safety to be the leading tackler.
Yep. Shout out to Amy and Baba Jensen. That's Rick and Pam Jensen from Richardson, Texas, 344 miles away. Jensen Anthony's grandparents. Thank you for watching. My in-laws. J.J. Martinez keeps the ball.
What?
Gain about 1 there on first down.
Anytime you got a quarterback running the ball, you really got to put a helmet on him.
Yep. Tyler Brown. I talked to Tyler after last week's game, man. I could tell they were all disappointed after that loss. But Tyler, we called his name so many times this year. He just pancaked. He's on defense, but just pancaked this kid, the receiver on the far side. But Tyler's been a great addition to the Lions this year. Really made some plays. Yeah. Seven seconds left on the play clock. 2nd down and 9. High snap. Martinez brings it down, keeps the ball, takes it out to the 32-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Jack, I would think they're probably in 4-down territory. Please let us know, and got any rooting interest? 817-980-7994. 817-980-7994. One more time, 817-980-7994. Give us a text. Jack will be checking the chat on the YouTube stream as well. We are tied at 14. We're inside of 10 minutes here in the first quarter.
I've got listed at 45 listeners now. That's
45 people that have absolutely nothing else to do tonight, Jack.
Time out. Trinity Christian.
Timeout on the field called by Trinity Christian.
Well, Steve, we were talking about the weather. This is really getting a little bit chilly up here. I'm not going to lie to you. Barry's overkill, but I don't know.
I had a beanie.
It was good.
What's
about
that?
Wearing this coat. I said, oddly enough, I followed his advice about the weather and what to wear, and it was actually good.
Good advice. That doesn't happen too often. You don't get good advice. Oh, Liberty's up 15-0 on Nolan Catholic in the first quarter.
Well, we didn't get a chance to really kind of chat after that first quarter, Steve. But I'd give first quarter thumbs up. Chat after that first quarter, Steve. But I'd give first quarter thumbs up to the Grapevine Faith Lions. That was probably one of the better defensive quarters we played. Probably one of the better offensive quarters we played. I know we gave them 14 points, but still, I mean, I think they played pretty hard in that first half or first quarter.
Well, one could argue that they could easily, like with they haven't won a game. They've got 3 games left of the season, can mail it in. But these kids are fighting, and they're showing grit, and that's what you want to see from your team.
Yeah.
All the way through the last second of the season. So hopefully the defense here can shore some things up and try to slow down that running game of Deacon Hiley.
Get him.
Speaking
Come
of,
on now.
sneaks around the right side, and
Oh,
he breaks a couple
goodness
tackles still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. And they're going to rule him out at about the.
Nah, I got him on a touchdown there.
Oh,
Steve.
it is a touchdown. Yep, he was running down. The side judge was running down like he was going to mark him out, but that's a touchdown for Deacon Hiley.
Well, maybe I spoke too soon about our defense, Steve. But yeah, kind of the big plays is what we've given up tonight, and I'm not even going to give them that credit on that pass play where they rolled over the top, the 46-yard touchdown by Moreno.
Well, Barry, they had luck running the ball at the middle. That time, Hiley took it around the right side.
I think he bounced it outside, and we helped him out by missing 2 tackles.
Good
Yeah.
snap, good hold, good kick.
Well, the Lions without the services of Barry's son, Corbin Irwin, tonight, unfortunately. Injured last week, knee injury. And, we've been praying for him. He's week to week. Hopefully he's back next week. Was not a tear of any ligaments. Praise the Lord. Fort Worth Christian up 7-2 over Southwest Christian in the first quarter. Safety there by the Eagles of Southwest Christian. I don't know if you heard that, Jack, but the Cardinals up over the Eagles of Southwest Christian 7-2 in the first quarter. Just kidding. Dallas Christian and Covenant tied at 7 in the second quarter. All Saints up 13-0 over Midland Christian Academy in the first quarter. That score is sure to climb. Oh, sorry, Jack. I had you turn it out. There you go. You're back.
I had to put my sweatshirt on. It's got a little chilly up here.
So you're digging on us for putting on
No,
layers?
I told you guys to layer up. I did the right thing.
Staying the night here tonight in Lubbock, and then most of the team, some of the team, I think there's a handful maybe. The bus is going back tonight. I think they expect to get back to Grapevine Faith at about 4 in the morning, between 4 and 5. But most of the athletes are staying with their families at a hotel here in Lubbock tonight. Kickoff, deep kickoff. Caught by Charlie Donovan at the 15-yard line. Finds a couple of tackles. He's got a seam here on the near side. Looks to break it. He cuts outside. Nice return there by Charlie Donovan inside Trinity territory. They're blowing whistles like crazy. I don't see any penalty flags down.
Ford Rogers with the kick and the tackle. There is a penalty on the play.
Where?
I
don't see it. I don't know. They're walking back there like it is. There's no flag down on the field.
Oh, it's on the 30. It's on the see where the 0 is on the 30-yard line.
Oh,
it's
I see.
inside the white there.
Okay.
So apparently a hold. Apparently a hold. Well, that's gonna negate a really nice run back by Charlie Donovan. Oh, a sideline warning. Sideline warning against the Lions, and then a block in the back against the Lions. So,
oh man, I had already written down starting on the Trinity Christian side.
That takes the ball back. It was inside the Trinity Christian 40-yard line, but now they start at their own 22. So Bobby Holland trying to get an explanation from the
I'll see
West Texas-based official. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, gosh. Here we go again.
Hey, so thank you, Barry. I get a little support from Barry over here on the side. I'm just kidding, folks. We're having fun. All right, 1st and 10. Trinity up 21-14. 9 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. Both teams have scored on all of their possessions. It's the Lions' third possession of the game. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. Get immediately, but stays on his feet. And a nice run out over the 25-yard line to about the 27. And you talked about it, Jack. Kept his feet moving and then dove forward.
Yeah, if he can continue to get 5 yards on every play, I'd be a pretty happy camper.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
They really struggled to run the football, run and throw the football last week.
I really like having Jake Ford out there in that kind of that tight end split position. Oh, look at this formation.
Kind of a stacked formation, and then Charlie Bunch is going to that side as well. He comes back. So a heavy stack formation on the left side with Charlie Bunch with single coverage. Now they bring the 3 receivers stacked up to this side, kind of in a tight end formation there. Pitch to Walker Little. Escapes a couple of tackles, gets out over the 30-yard line.
Nice.
Close to a first down. They're going to mark him down right at the 30. So 3rd down and 2. That's better than 3rd and 8, Jack. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And he's running hard tonight. I like it.
Yep.
I like that kind of play. That was nice.
Really important here that they convert on this 3rd down play, Jack. They got to keep these drives going. And this has been kind of a back-and-forth juggernaut affair with a heavyweight bout. Seeing who's going to stay on their feet.
Watch 51.
Yep. Almost snapped
Sneaking
the ball
up,
there.
yeah.
Yep.
That little guy sneaking around everywhere.
They've got a 3-man front. 51's got one of their linebackers. He's just kind of roaming wherever he wants to.
Reminds me of
that
semi-pro.
Is a delay of game against the Lions. They do not get that playoff in time.
Did they
get a timeout done? No, they're walking it off.
Oh, man.
Good grief, Jack.
Snap the ball now. What are we standing there for? The defense. Oh, my gosh.
3rd down.
Well, goes from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6. Call it 3rd and 2. We'll call it we was 3rd and 2, now 3rd and 7.
I mean, these guys are standing over here talking to their coach. We could have easily had set the play and
gone.
We're
at 5 seconds again. They got to snap this ball off. We're going to have another delay game. They do get it off with about 1 second left on the play clock. Austin Cosby throwing deep for Charlie Bunch, and he was
his hand was all over him.
Taken down, tackled at the 41-yard line. No penalty flag.
The only thing there, Steve, is they were both kind of jostling with their hands. But he got yanked down at the very end there.
The Lions do bring their punting unit on. Boy, what a crucial mistake there on the delay game penalty, Jack. You're 3rd and 2. You got the momentum. And, delay game penalty put you back. And it was a completely different look then.
Yeah, 51 kind of acts like Jackie Moon from semi-pro. He's just kind of roaming around.
Yeah. Kay Johnson back. What do we have? We have a timeout by the Lions because they don't have the deep snapper on the field.
No, you got to be kidding me, right?
Nope. Oh, man. Man. What are some mental mistakes here in the second quarter for the Lions?
You know, I read somewhere that shockingly how many Uncrustables the NFL teams go through between after practice and after games, by the way. Maybe we should get some Uncrustables to the team to get them focused again. Get some peanut butter in there.
Little update from the World Series here momentarily. Game 1 of the World Series, Dodgers hosting the Yankees. Top of the second, 2 outs, and it is still scoreless. Okay, it looks like I guess Jake Ford's is not the deep snapper anymore. No, that's I don't know who that is.
What?
It's a punt by Kay Johnson. Good punt. Lions in pursuit. He gets out inside Lions territory. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, but they had a couple of chances at him, Jack, and just couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, that was a 38-yard punt from Kay Johnson, a 22-yard return. So kind of, nice punt, but you got to get down there and cover it. It was very awkward on both teams the way that start of the play and then the finish. They just both got up like they weren't really playing. Well, Steve.
Well, sometimes these games come down to, one play. The Lions had they were driving there last week against Southwest Christian with about 4 minutes left. They had a 4th and 1 on about the 35-yard line or so. Southwest Christian, they couldn't convert, and Southwest Christian ran out the clock, finished the game 21-14. They were headed, driving down to tie the game or even go for 2 and win it. There's a handoff to Deacon Hiley out over the inside the 35-yard line.
That's a 6-yard pickup from him. That's what you want to stop him at 2.
So I point that out to say, Jack, sometimes it's just one play here or there.
Yep.
And that delay game penalty. I mean, you can what if yourself to the funny farm, I guess. But if the Lions don't have a delay game penalty there and they get the first down and keep the drive going, then they're maybe they score and there's not much time left here in the second quarter, and we go to halftime tied at 21. But that's not the case. J.J. Martinez, 3 receivers here on the near side. Hiley in the backfield behind Martinez. Pass here to the near side, complete. Good pursuit there by the Lions defense. They stack them up. No gain on the play. Noah Smith, Walker Little, Cannon Hunter, Tyler Brown, several Lions in there on that stop. So 3rd down and 4.
Well, 3rd down and 4, down 21-14. You got him in the right spot, but again, inside the 40, Steve, probably going to be 4-down territory. Nice tackle for loss would be good here.
4 receivers now on this side with kind of a double stack formation here on the near sideline.
Pat Corley, Slade, and Christian's grandma's watching from Clovis, New Mexico.
Hey, you got to love that. Handoff to Hiley up the middle. He's got the first down and then some. He's inside the 30-yard line.
He is a brutal runner.
Yeah. He's just a full load, man. He is stocky. He's built. He's got his legs just like tree trunks, just driving the entire time. Same formation how they come out here and mimic with the 2 receiver stacks here on the near side.
Reminds me of the old Mississippi Valley State with Willie Totnet at quarterback and Jerry Rice at wide receiver. I'm sure you watched a lot of those games, Steve.
Boy, that was before my time, I think, Jack. It's a man in motion here coming around the right side. It's going to be a kind of an option play. Martinez keeps it. Cuts upfield, but a big hit there. Nice play there by Jackson Walker. And Ryan Purdue in there as well. Boy, Ryan. Nice play by Ryan Purdue to stop Martinez. He saw Martinez cut back going north-south instead of taking the option out to the far right side and stuck him right between the numbers.
Yeah, this is the 3rd game in a row, I believe, Steve. Maybe I missed a game in there. I know Cistercian, and then last week our running defense has struggled a little bit this season, and we're seeing it now with the old 21 there, Deacon Hiley.
Yeah. Well, and again, without Corbin Irwin. Oh
my God!
I thought Noah Smith was going to jump that route and pick that off. Yeah, without Corbin in the game, you definitely have a hole defensively. Austin Odette in the game for Ryan Purdue. So 3rd and 5 here. Would assume it's probably 4-down territory. We'll talk to Barry here in just a second, get an update on Corbin straight from the horse's mouth from the Padre. So 3 receivers split now to the far side with Hiley still in the backfield. Jack, I'm going to put some money down and say that it's going to be a handoff to Hiley up the middle.
Yeah, I would think that's what we're going to do here. No. Oh,
keeper by Martinez.
I thought he'd stripped
and
it
he
out of him.
stopped. Yeah, no gain on the play. Tammy Peden letting us know that Luke Kelly is the new deep snapper. So thank you, Tammy Peden, for that. So 4th down. Bear Couch in the game coming in for Nate Demarest.
I like 4th and 5. Watch 16 here now. Just kind of snuck them on them. See.
Trinity offense staying on the field. 2 receivers split to each side with Hiley in the backfield behind J.J. Martinez. 4th down and a long 4. 2:48 left here in the first half.
Get him.
Martinez looking to pass. He's got a man deep in the end zone.
No.
And knocked down. Great defensive play there. Christian Corley on the
he has been a nice
coverage.
Addition back, Steve.
Well, good to have Christian back. Good job there by Christian knocking that ball away. And with 2 minutes, 39 seconds left here in the first half, with your Faith Lions trailing 21-14, they will take over 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line.
Now, we had the same kind of scenario last week. We just need to make sure we make good pass plays here or good decisions on the offense with the ball. Maybe we can get a score out of this drive, Steve, and then get to the half tide, and we get the ball back to start.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle.
Go, Walker.
He's hit and stumbles forward. Gain of
looks about 3.
3 on the play, yeah. 2nd down and 7.
Mama Bear, Go Bear. I don't know who that is. She's watching.
That would be my sister.
Oh.
Yeah. Jensen Anthony's Aunt Susan from Whitney, Texas. Aunt Susu, glad you guys are listening. And her husband Ricky, my brother-in-law. They'll be at the game next week. Lions' last home game next week against Midland Christian at Grapevine Ford Field, and then they close out the season on the road at Fort Worth.
Can't tell you how much I hate Midland Christian.
Cosby looking to pass. Across the middle. Oh. A lot of defenders there. Triple coverage on Noah Smith. That tells you how much respect they have for him. Barry, can you give us an update on Corb?
He says he's improving every day. He's still in pain. He's doing physical therapy, icing it regularly.
Tiny and Mandry on the
He wants to cut the corners, and the
doctor
finally told him you can't cheat the biology. You just have to go with it. So we'll see.
Well, we obviously don't want to rush him back. We need him back desperately, but want to make sure he's fully healthy and that knee is nice and stable. So have an update on him next week. Still praying for if you, when you do say your prayers, please add Corbin Irvin to your prayer list and pray for his continued healing. All right, big 3rd down play here for the Lions. 2 receivers split on each side. Design roll up by Austin Cosby on the right side, looking for Charlie Bunch. And
yes,
he's caught.
Go, Charlie, go!
Oh, he steps out of bounds. Oh, man, he would have had a touchdown, but he stepped out of bounds. But that is a great catch by Charlie Bunch. And that's inside of Trinity territory to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, nice 29-yard pickup there by Charlie Bunch. Nice throw there by Austin.
On the same page there. What's that, Barry?
2 timeouts left, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's 2 timeouts. Correct, Barry. Thank you for the timeout check. Appreciate it.
1:46 left here in the first half. Lions trailing 21-14. Grapevine Faith Lions, I should clarify. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle.
Stay. There you go.
Spins around.
You and I talked about it in the car. All you got to do is get to that line and fall forward. You get 3 yards every time, Steve.
Yeah.
He's running hard tonight.
Minute 33 left with the clock running.
Plenty of time.
Too big of a hurry here to get the snap off.
We're okay. I like it. I like the patience.
Snap back to Cosby.
Make it a good one.
Get the pass. Looking for Charlie Bunch.
Oh, did he make it?
Oh, he calls it. Yeah, it hits the ground. Back judge was right there the whole time to see it.
Yeah.
Boy, it was just a little bit out front. And Charlie landed on that football.
It looks
like a gut punch. He's going to come out of the game.
Maybe the lower quadrant, lower half. Steve.
Yeah, Charlie Donovan going to enter the game. It should be Jake Ford. Here comes Cannon Hunter. My apologies. Charlie already in the game. Cannon Hunter coming to replace Charlie Bunch with an incomplete pass that stops the clock with 1 minute, 9 seconds left.
Luella Wallace.
In the first half.
Luella and Bob Wallace from Corpus Christi. Coach Holland's in-laws are listening tonight.
Oh, all right. Great to have you guys on the broadcast. Big 3rd down play here for the Lions from the 42-yard line of Trinity. Oh, Austin's in pursuit, and he is stacked up and hit hard.
Okay. Hey, all right, ref, let's go. Clean it up. Goodness gracious, they're crawling all over him.
The timeout. Trinity's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, I feel bad for Austin on that one. He kind of just got sandwiched back there. That was a loss of 7 yards.
Yeah, but it looks like kind of a blitz that they brought some extra. You see a blitzer on that, Barry?
I did not. I just think they got through on the left side, and he went back to the right, and turned out that number 55 DN was coming on that side as well. He just didn't have any place to go.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a bull. You got turned the wrong way on that one.
Man, that's like, turning the corner, and the guy's right there in your face. Like, that's the wrong door. But 55 is he's impressive, man. He's a big kid. He's fast. And as Barry mentioned, as you mentioned too, Jack, he just split the seams and got back in the backfield, tackling Austin for a loss. All right, so less than a minute, 57 seconds left. Trinity leading 21-14. the Lions will receive the opening kickoff of the second half.
You know, the only problem, this feels like it might be just a touch more than a wedge here, Steve. Into the wind. Like kind of a little knockdown shot here.
Yeah, preferably not right into the hand. This is
yeah, I might kick this one out of bounds.
Josh Marrero is
even if he picked up 20 yards in the punt, I'd just kick it out of bounds, Cade.
Good snap by.
There he goes.
Kicking out.
Not that close to the line.
Not that far.
Cade.
Yep.
Oh man.
And they mark it out at the 27-yard line.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not really not that bad.
It's not inside the 20, but it's not a run back.
No.
Marrero has really shown his prowess tonight, scoring both the touchdowns. One on a reception, long reception, but almost a 50-yarder, and then they scored on the next play. And then Marrero on their second touchdown in the Wildcat formation took it in for their second score. And then was he there? No, he was not Marrero. Was it Marrero on their? Was it the same receiver that scored their third touchdown?
21, Steve?
Yeah.
It was no, it was Hiley.
No, it was. Yeah, it was. You're right, Hiley. Yep. All right, 50 seconds left here in the first half. Trinity trying to add to their lead. Pitch to receiver going around this Marrero, trying to find some room.
Bounds. There you go. Nice job.
Finally taken down.
Not going to hurt you.
Grapevine Faith with 2 timeouts. Trinity, 1.
Our guys need to hustle back into defensive position quickly.
Right at 30 seconds left now. Trinity spreads the field with 3 receivers here on this side. Pass to Marrero.
Get him. Is that Christian?
Shakes a tackle of Noah Smith.
Yeah,
finally taken down.
Keep him in bounds. There you go. Yeah, that's going to be a first down, though, Steve. They're going to stop the clock while they move the change.
Boy, Christian Corley just showed the maturity of a senior there. Jackson Walker kind of getting into it just a little bit. A little war of words with one of their guys. Christian walked over, tapped him on the tapped Jackson on the shoulder pad and said, nope, we're not doing that. So avoiding any sort of penalty. So great leadership there by Christian Corley. Clock stopped with 14 seconds left here as they spike the ball. Trinity still has 1 timeout left. I would suspect they're going to air something out here, Jack.
Yeah, I would
think.
I'd like to see our safeties get deeper than they are now, but you still probably got 2 more plays where they're going to try to set up.
You've also got to respect Hiley coming out of the backfield as well.
Yeah.
2 receivers split to each side for Trinity. Pass complete out on the right flat.
There he goes. Nice.
Yeah, he kind of runs east-west, and that's going to be short of the first down.
Jackson Walker with a nice tackle there.
Riley White runs in to call their final timeout. So 4 seconds left here.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Jackson Walker. He was playing very good defensively at that middle linebacker position. That was their last timeout, Steve, I think you just said.
I believe that's right.
Okay, now I'd like to see our safeties get real deep.
And I am going to, let's see here.
And just knock it down. Don't hit anybody. Don't do anything. Just knock it down.
I am, we're going to try to. I don't know if, let's see here.
Luella Wallace says, go Lions. Go Lions.
We are having some technical issues with our Stories of Faith segment, so that folks, there's a chance that may not air. We are going to show you the Grapevine Faith Lions cheerleaders performance that they do a routine. We will show you that at halftime before we go to Stories of Faith. We will post that on the YouTube channel if for some reason we are not able to bring that to you, but I'm praying we're going to be able to get that to work. Again, apologies for the technical issues.
What are we doing? Just get back. Go deep.
Yep, 4 receivers. J.J. Martinez back.
That's a hold. Yep, there they got it. That's going to be the end of the half.
Oh, almost intercepted by Noah Smith. I'm not sure if he could have taken that back or not.
I don't know. It's going to be holding on the offense anyway, so it's going to be. Yeah. Noah's dropping and giving 5-10 push-ups for dropping that interception. That's the end of the half.
All right, well. Yeah, that does end the half. So. All right. So we are going to we're going to hold here for just a second. We're going to see if the if the Lions cheerleaders, Grapevine Faith cheerleaders, are going to
hot dogs, hamburgers, and again a special thanks to County Tax Assessor Ronnie Keister.
Ronnie Keister, County Tax Assessor out there on the.
Dr. Jennifer Wilson from the Lubbock City Council for doing the cooking for the concession stands tonight. Thanks for their service to our community. Please go.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to see if the Stories of Faith segment downloaded, and it doesn't look like it did. So
well, I'm trying to get through the stats to help you out here, Steve, but I'm not moving fast enough, I guess, for you. Well, I think the first half ending 21-14, Steve, I don't know that we could have asked for anything better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have been 21, but.
Barry, you got that on the cheerleaders over there? On the Faith cheerleaders? There we go. We'll show you their routine here. And we'll see if we can't get the Stories of Faith segment up and going here. My apologies, folks. We're gonna hope we can somehow get that working here. Apologies that it's it wouldn't be a Grapevine Faith live stream, Jack, if we didn't have some sort of technical issue. Faith cheerleader squad. Jack's kind of running some numbers here on the stats. We'll try to bring those to you momentarily. Unfortunately, folks, he's been in education for a long time as well, and just a great visit on the Grapevine Faith YouTube channel. So, encourage you to take a look at that there. We've had just again issues. I'm showing that if we continue to download right now, in 2 more days we'll have it downloaded, Jack.
Oh, okay.
on our. We couldn't even get live with the pregame show earlier because of issues. So,
well, Steve, that's given me a touch of time to get the stats, and unofficial stats, of course. But I've got, well, that can't be right at all. Hang on. Dear Lord. Oh yeah, I just missed one.
So we're going to pull back here.
I've got Austin Cosby 4 for 6 or 120 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. I've got Walker Little at 29 yards rushing, and that was a hard 29 yards. Austin -7, Noah 1 yard rushing. Receiving, Charlie Bunch 2. He has 85 yards and a touchdown. Jake Ford 4 yards, and then Noah Smith 31 yards and a touchdown.
Nice. The great Tank Peden tells me that the Stories of Faith with Andy already on the Grapevine Faith YouTube channel. So where you are streaming this from, you can go to the Grapevine Faith YouTube channel and watch that Stories of Faith with Brother Andy Wright.
Well, maybe we could play one from the previous years.
We've done that before. All right, so our score at halftime, Grapevine Faith 14, Trinity Christian 21. Get you some more scores here from around the area and an update on the World Series. If you're watching both, maybe you have a split screen at home if you're watching us and that. Get you some although I don't know why you'd be watching the World Series when you're here watching Grapevine Faith football on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Yes. Barry Irwin asking for permission to take a break, and thankful for Barry being up here tonight running our camera for us. Across town, Lubbock Christian, actually they're Covenant Christian, but their crosstown team, Lubbock Christian, trailing 35-30 in the third quarter to Covenant Christian. And let's see here. Brook Hill on top of Tomball Christian 10-7. Oh, wow. Parish Episcopal and Prestonwood, 21-20 in the second quarter. Parish Episcopal on top. That's going to be hopefully end to be a really good game. That's tight right there. Liberty up 36-0 on Nolan Catholic in the second quarter. Brentwood Christian on top of Bishop Dunn, 27-7. Lake Country Christian up 13-8 over Trinity Christian. The Cardinals over Southwest Christian 13-4. That is two should have scored is two safeties. Then they trail 13-4.
But defense is playing strong.
Yeah.
Boy, if you had them in your fantasy league for taps, you'd be happy with the defense.
Don't have the All Saints Midland Christian game was the score was up earlier, but just that's in progress now. We don't have a score there. We'll try to get you an update. Nice. Well, that breeze is picked up now. All Saints Episcopal is up 26-0 over McKinney Christian in the second quarter. And I'll get you some scores here for around the DFW Metroplex. There was some pretty good games tonight there. Again, our score here at halftime, 21-14. Your Grapevine Faith Lions trailing the Trinity Christian Lions. Grapevine Faith will receive the opening kickoff. And searching for some more scores here. Mansfield Timberview up 27-3 over Grapevine. That's in the second quarter. Crum over Gainesville 29-10 in the second quarter. Highland Park up 42-0. They're blanking Cleburne. That's in the second quarter. McKinney over McKinney Boyd 20-0. That's in the second quarter as well. Denton Ryan over Denton High 34-0 in the second quarter. Man, the poor Irving High School, Irving Lions, they are down. This is what's on the scoreboard, folks, on Max Preps. In the third quarter, the Berkner Rams over Irving 97-0 in the third quarter. Keller up over crosstown rival Timber Creek 10-0. That's in the second quarter as well. We mentioned Paris Episcopal over Prestonwood 21-17 in the second quarter. DeSoto up 29-7 over Cedar Hill. That's in the second quarter. Louisville over Hebron 29-0, also in the second quarter. Most all these games here in the second quarter. Granbury down, losing to Azle 28-7 in the second. Richland over Aledo 21-14. That's in the second quarter. That's a little bit of a surprise there. Byron Nelson over Northwest 14-7. That's at halftime. North Crowley up 44-0 over Boswell in the second quarter. Number 1 Duncanville over Horn. They're up 28-0 in the second. Oak Ridge over Fort Worth Country Day 8-6 and a low-scoring affair. That's at halftime. Another crosstown rivalry up in Plano. Plano East and Plano High School tied at 14 in the second quarter. Looking for a score of some of these other larger schools. I believe that Southlake's in action tonight. Stephenville and Lampass is tied at 7. Lancaster up 17-0 over Mesquite in the second quarter. Crowley over Mansfield Legacy 14-6 in the second quarter as well. So that's kind of where we stand right here at halftime. We're going to take a break. The World Series is still tied at 0. That's end of the third inning. So through 3 innings, the Yankees and Dodgers tied at 0. And we've got about 15 minutes left here for halftime. So we're going to take a break. We're going to come back for the second half. And again, your Grapevine Faith Lions trailing 21-14 to Trinity Christian. Thanks for watching Grapevine Faith Football here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. We're back momentarily. Welcome back to Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium here for our second half of your Grapevine Faith Lions here on the road in Lubbock, Texas against Trinity Christian Lions. Our score at halftime, your Grapevine Faith Lions trailing 21-14. We've got Barry Irwin, who's our cameraman. We got him. Put your mic on here, Barry. You can jump in on the conversation. You're munching some snacks. Thanks to the great Mark Edwards for bringing us some snacks tonight. Guys, I'm just going to say I think that the Trinity's really kind of moved the ball at will for the most part. I think defensively, I think we've done a good job in some sections on some key plays of stopping them. But, man, Hiley, their running back's been effective. J.J. Martinez has thrown the ball well. Our lines are going to get the ball back to start the second half, but I think they've got to capitalize. We've got to maintain a sustained drive and move the football and put it in the end zone.
Are you talking to me or Barry?
I'm talking to both of y'all. This is where either one of y'all step in.
Well, I don't know if my mic's turned on.
You're on. You're good. I got you. I said I'm going to turn you on here.
Jack said don't speak unless you ask me to.
Yeah,
You're
don't
good.
speak, Barry. What are you speaking for now? So, well, Steve, I'd say, you're right. Defensively, they did have a couple stops, obviously. They had a turnover on downs late in the second, about the middle part of the second quarter, and that was good because that was like a 5 minutes of ball possession by Trinity Christian, and we stopped them on the fourth down play. But you're right. I mean, it's kind of a trading of the touchdowns, and we just missed one. So, if you can come out and play like you did in the first half offensively in a couple of those drives, let's see, they went one. They scored on their first drive, scored on the second drive, and then kind of three and out, and then they went on the end of the half there. They went. They had gotten 4 plays off there, so pretty evenly matched on the time of possession. But I think we're in this thing obviously. Unlike a couple weeks ago against All Saints, but play hard in the second half and take this home. I mean, what's better than getting on a bus ride to drive 6 hours back home?
What's that?
Having a win underneath.
No doubt.
Yeah.
It makes that drive way easier.
Yeah.
Barry, some observations in the first half from you?
I was going to say, I think we talked about this earlier. We're playing a team that may be physically superior, but our boys are playing with a lot of heart. And I think our coaches on both sides of the ball have really effective game plans. I don't know what in the world Coach Ware's seeing, but whatever he's seeing, we're able to complete some big plays, and that's why we're on the board. And on the defensive side of the ball, other than us giving up the big plays, we're holding them. We're shutting them down pretty well. I think we have a solid game plan on both sides of the ball. And on the defensive side, if we stop the big plays, I think we can shut them down. That's what we've been doing the whole game.
Well, I do like the different formations that we're seeing tonight.
Yeah.
The standard formation that we've seen the last 2 seasons is just 2 receivers split on each side with 1 running back in the backfield. But Coach Ware threw a little wrinkle in that this week and put some new formations, some new plays in the playbook, and I'm all for that. I'm loving that.
I think Barry was right on. If we can stop the big plays, I think we'd be obviously be a whole lot happier. But stop the big plays, and we really are in this game.
Yeah. All right, so I'm not sure what the temperature is right now. It's on the cooler side, but it's a little wind in our face.
Yeah, that's blowing the wind out of the north, and that's blowing that money smell coming in here, Steve.
The smell of money out here I thought that was manure, but that's that smell of money? Is that
money.
What that is?
That's money.
Oh, my bad. It's to what?
That's what Jack calls money.
World Series, end of the 4th inning, they're still tied at 0. So anybody that's keeping tracks on that. Our score here, as we mentioned, Lions trailing 21-14, but they are about to receive the second half kickoff. Be sure to text us at 817-980-7994 if you're watching the game tonight. 817-980-7994.
I'd sure like to make sure we're staying on top of this. I don't want them to have any kind of trick kickoff here by Trinity Christian.
One Susan on the feed saying that her feed is down, but we're still showing that we're on the air. So
let's see what I can do here.
Yep, I'm showing us still on the air. All right, so here we go to start the second half. Little pooch kick there. The Lions do fall on it. They're kind of what the Trinity's kind of looking for, some sort of mistake that maybe kicks off of somebody, but Jake Ford fell on the ball. I think that was Hudson Smith up there as well. Yep, Hudson was up there as well. So Faith will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. So good field position for the Lions to start their second half.
I'd sure like to have a play called right here rather than looking at the sidelines. Let's just do it. Just go.
Kind of spreading the field here. 2 receivers split on each side. Walker Little in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. Snap back, hand off to Walker up the middle. Right out front. Gain of about 4 on the play. Good steady run there by Walker Little. So good first down run. Yeah, I'd like to see a little pace. Maybe change up the pace a little bit of the offense. Again, just underway here in the second half.
I hope somebody gave Walker Little an Uncrustable. Keep that energy going for that run in the second half.
They're not one of our sponsors, Jack. You got to stop mentioning them.
I didn't say the name. I just said the brand, the type.
Little pump there.
Look up.
He's looking for Noah Smith on the side. He caught at the 20. He's inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line with the touchdown-saving tackle, but a great pass by Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. No penalty flags on the play, and that's going to be 1st and goal for the Lions.
The announcer just said gain of a lot on the play. That's about a 50-yard pass by Austin Cosby.
Great catch there by Noah Smith and run.
I don't know if you caught it, Steve. That they had a fake over here to the sideline standing there, and Noah just didn't even look back. He just
kept
beelined
going.
It straight down the field, and then that ball was in the air, and then he got his eye on it.
Well, they probably practiced that specific play together about 100 times, if not more, after school, after practice.
Yep.
1st and goal here. Hand off to Walker Little.
Go Walker.
Side steps, tries to get into the end zone, and he is.
He's in.
End zone. Yeah, he's in for the touchdown.
Boy, that is exactly what we needed to be doing on that first drive, Steve.
Man, 3 plays.
Hit him right in the face mask, and let's go after it.
Little first down run by Walker Little. A nice pass play from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. It takes it inside the 5-yard line, and then Walker Little puts it in the end zone.
3 plays, Steve. 57 yards. Nice drive there. Really nice.
64 degrees. Thank you, Tammy Peden.
64 with that wind blowing makes it feel like 55.
Yeah,
I kept telling those ladies, don't think 55 is comfortable.
Well, we've got to figure out, Jack, on our special teams, we've got a guy running on late almost every time. They do just barely get the snap down. A kick is good, so it's a tie game, 21-all.
Special teams.
But that is we've had it happen on a punt, and we've had it happen on an extra point attempt with one of our defenders running on the field late.
I hope Hiley had one of those big old cheeseburgers at halftime, kind of weigh him down, get that fat kind of weighing in his belly. Not an Uncrustable, Steve. It's just a fatty burger.
Just where it's kind of sitting there and just like stomach's growling and like, I don't feel good, Coach. Can I sit out the rest of this game? Yeah, Hiley and number 55, I'd be okay with that. Both of those guys have been very effective for Trinity tonight. Can remind you to go to our Grapevine Faith YouTube channel and watch the Stories of Faith this week with Andy Wright, Bible teacher, just a phenomenal, phenomenal human being. And apologies that we could not get that on the air tonight at halftime. We did bring you the Eagle cheerleaders, the Lions cheerleaders. But we'll, again, that's already on the Grapevine Faith YouTube channel, the Stories of Faith for this week with Brother Andy Wright. All right, here's Cade Johnson to kick off. Tie game, 21-all. Just underway here in the third quarter. Little pooch kick is caught at the 30. Sidesteps a couple of folks. Colton Edwards drags him down. Finally at about the 37-yard line. Nice coverage there by the Lions. Good tackle by Colton.
Slight injury report to Colton Edwards on at halftime. Hurt thumb.
A hurt thumb.
It looks like he's.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. please don't touch me.
I was trying to push your microphone closer to you.
Colton Edwards had a little bit of a thumb issue. It looks like they got him taped up pretty good for the second half. I know there's a lot of people looking to hear from me, Steve. Thank you for fixing my microphone.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate that.
Yep. Jack, I'm going to join you for your autograph session tomorrow. Where are we going to be?
I will be at the Golden Mill in downtown Golden, Colorado between the hours of 10:30 and 10:35 signing autographs.
There are some just really adorable kids on this sideline over here with some Zuzuvelas. or whatever you call them.
Zuzu Fellas. That's from the World Cup, Steve. Nice reference.
They're about to be. They're about to be using one of those to eat their food out of and drink their water out of here in a second.
Whoa, threatening a child, Steve.
Just
That's
kidding.
a little bit.
It's an adult. It's an adult.
I might have old Christian Corley just key on Hiley as he gets wide and just beeline over to him.
First round run there by Hiley out close to about the 42-yard line. So second down and 5.
Ooh, there's movement right here.
Little option play again. Martinez keeps it. Hit immediately by
Charlie
Bunch, but he falls forward and scoots forward out close to the first down marker. I believe he's right at it, and they are going to move that. Yeah, that's going to be a first down for Trinity.
Yeah, that's not the guy you want to have hurting you. It's a 4-yard gain there. You don't want that to have happen. Should have been hitting the backfield. You got a key. You got one guy having the key on the quarterback, force that pitch, and then another guy needs to be keying on Hiley.
Well, the Lions are going to have to do something. I don't know if it's a personnel change or scheme or something, but they have got to figure out
pass.
How to defend the run. There's a pass here on the near side, taken out of bounds inside of Lions territory to the 45-yard line, Lions 45.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. Second down and 2.
Gain of 7 on the play, so second down and 3. Well, the Lions just a couple of times they've had some good stops on first down. I think they've had, I think I remember twice maybe, Jack, where they've had forced a long third down scenario. But other than that, man, the Trinity's really moved the ball pretty effectively. Martinez gets the signal.
It's going to Hiley on this one, Steve.
Yeah, sure enough, handoff right up the middle of Hiley. He's out near inside the 40-yard line. That's more than enough for the first down. Well, we keep this up, Jack. It's just be this back and forth affair, and it's really who ends up with the last possession, the last opportunity to put some points on the board. Again, the Lions defense has really had a struggle trying to stop Hiley. Now, I think they scouted for that veer type of. Here's Martinez back to pass. Looking deep.
Turn around. Heads up.
Well overthrown.
Yeah.
Barry, get your thoughts on this as well. I think we scouted for that veer option offense, everything moving out laterally, and they have done a great job of making an adjustment and running the ball right up the gut.
Okay, so reset defense.
It's not just about us. They like to give it to the dive back, which is, number 21, who's been killing us all night. And the kid's in great shape, too.
Yep.
I don't know how many carries he has, but he doesn't look the least bit tired.
No.
And honestly, I don't know why they do anything other than give him the ball. They're getting 7 yards a pop.
Right. Steady diet of number 21 the rest of the evening. What you looking at, Jack?
I was trying to figure out what these horns are.
No. They're adorable kids. Let's not be mean to them. Golly, you guys are driving me crazy.
Sounds like they're standing next to Barry, and I don't see them.
Pass here on the near side.
Drop.
Ball falls incomplete.
There we go.
The first drops there intended for number 18, Jax Wygan.
Third down and 10.
By the way, I know 21's name is Deacon Hiley. I felt like Tony Romo for a minute, just calling out the numbers of the team that I didn't scout the week before.
Good job.
Just wanted to clear that up.
Let's go 2-1.
Corbin would call me on that.
The great Barry Irwin. Yes, Barry, you do your homework, brother. We know. All right.
Hey,
so
good. We'll take the drop.
Third and 10 here.
Yeah, third and
it's
long.
the first in a while. See if they can hand off to Hiley up the middle. Still on his feet. Out inside the 30-yard line, and that is right at the 29. That's going to be a first down.
He's going to move it.
Man.
I don't know why they're even trying to throw the ball. We're not even stopping the run, so they might as well just keep running it right up the gut. This is kind of like a Cistercian. Cistercian did the same thing. Steve, you weren't around, but that quarterback just gashed us all up the middle, too.
Coach Riley White here. They're waiting to signal in the play. They've got all the players have a wristband, and they give the player, if it looks at the wristband, they know what to run. Band in motion here. Another handoff to Hiley. Good play there by Austin Odette. But a gain of about 3 on the play. Good tackle by Austin Odette. Colton Edwards in there as well. Austin Odette's been a nice addition to the Lions defense this year. Glad to have him here. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. We have a tie game at 21. Again here from Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium here in Lubbock, Texas. I made the drive out this morning with the lovely Mrs. Anthony. Jack, you took the Gulfstream. How was that?
Oh, flight attendant was very nice on the airplane. Had some Uncrustables ready for us to go. Fake, watch the fake.
Oh, finally taking a good play there. Yeah, taken down.
Colton Ed,
Austin Odette.
Austin Odette in there.
He leads the team in sacks this year. And a very timely one there by Austin.
Yeah, that was about an 8-yard loss there.
And a very timely one there by Austin.
Yeah, that was about an 8-yard loss there. That was key.
Susan Odette Parma.
That was key.
Susan Odette Parma. There's got to be some sort of relation there to Austin Odette. She's back up and watching. So thank you, Susan, for watching here, watching Grapevine Faith Football on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Yeah, big third down play here. So loss on the play, takes the ball back to the 32-yard line.
I think you're in 4 down territory here. So
hand off to Hiley. Oh, hit nice. Immediately. Wow, big play. And once again, Austin Odette stepping up big, man. Wow. No gain on the play. A gain of 1, I guess. Yeah, the ball, they get to the 31.
Short gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, we've seen Martinez throw it a few times, but they sure have been a lot more comfortable running the football.
I would take my chances with Hiley with this ball right here.
Yeah, I mean, they've been a threat. Even in an obvious pass, they had 3rd and 10 a while ago, and they handed the ball off to Hiley.
Yeah,
so even an obvious passing downs.
Other than that play right there, he's had 6, 8, and 10 yards on this drive.
That sack really hurt them. They were running at 7 or 8 yards a chunk.
Yep.
That sack killed them.
Option play pitched out to Hiley.
Yep.
Tripped up, they taken down. Nice play there by Walker Little. And the Lions will take over 1st and 10. Will take over on downs at their own 31-yard line. A lot of excitement, those Lions coming off the sideline. The offense coming out, and great defensive stand there. They needed that, guys. That was a big play defensively.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked they didn't try to run it up the middle. That's where the success has been for Hiley tonight. But we'll take it, Steve.
No doubt. See what the Lions dial up here on 1st and 10. Good snap. Pass out to Noah Smith. Looking to pick up a block.
There he is.
Sidesteps a couple of guys. He's out. Enough yards for a 1st down. So nice.
Rolled off the pile right there.
Nice 1st down play there by the Lions. A little wide receiver screen out to Noah Smith for a gain of about 11. That'll move the chains. Ball at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Big number 55. This looks like a bear ready to pounce, doesn't he?
Really hasn't been that much of a factor.
Yeah, really. Yep.
Oh, my gosh, he's
wide open. Caught at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. No flags. Touchdown, Grapevine Faith. Austin Cosby to Charlie Bunch. Wow.
Couldn't even get it out fast enough, Steve.
What do you think, Barry?
I thought that was right on the money.
Yes.
Right in stride.
Right in stride.
Pass.
I don't know what happened to the cornerback over there. It just looked like he stopped, and Charlie Bunch was wide open by 5 or 6 yards at least.
Oh, somebody did get hurt. Good grief. Boy, that is – are you kidding me?
Oh, no.
Well, that is not good. It is 27-21. That extra point attempt hits the upright. And we're trying – there's a Lions player down on the sideline that looked like he was injured during the celebration. Trying to see who that is. Mercy, that is the last thing they need. He is still down, being attended to by the training staff. Yeah, it hit the upright, bounced out. Yeah, Barry was asking about the extra point attempt. Man, guys were celebrating the touchdown, and somebody came down, I'm guessing probably on an ankle awkwardly. Yep, Austin Cosby. He is up walking under his own power, which is a good sign. They can ill afford to lose him. He seems to be he's favoring his ankle just a little bit, but I think he is walking under his own power, so that's a good sign. All right, Cade Johnson to kick off. Grapevine Faith leading 27-21. Just under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line, where Trinity will take over 1st and 10.
Fair catch, 1st and 10 for your Lions.
Well, that was a quick drive, too, Steve. Not that it mattered.
Yeah, no time off the clock.
31 seconds on that drive.
All right, I'm just going to tell you flat out, I'm officially cold now. I'm not frigid. I'm not freezing, but it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Just like that,
I didn't know that there could be a scarier lion costume than ours, but it appears that Trinity Christian Lubbock found one.
Yeah, we're going to hand that mantle over to them. Dodgers leading 1-0 in at the end of the 5th inning in the World Series. A little update there. Thanks for keeping it here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
That guy keeps moving.
End around to Marrero, looking to pick up a couple of blocks. There's a hold there on Christian Corley got wrapped up. And it was just completely missed that one. So, oh well. What do you do?
I'm going to call that a pass, Steve. That was kind of a forward pass.
It was, I guess, technically, yeah, qualifies as a pass there. Marrero on the end around. Gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Trinity 39-yard line. Again, Trinity led at halftime 21-14, but the Lions just took the lead. They lead 27-21 inside of 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Little screen, kind of little pitch forward. Shovel pass, if you will.
Oh, my God, what a horrible spot. That guy needs to move back about a yard. There he goes.
It's out close to a 1st down for Trinity. It's going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. And
another tackle for loss would be really good right here.
So they put Marrero there in that wildcat formation. They bring Martinez off. Marrero, the wide receiver, in at a wildcat with 3 receivers on the far side. Would suspect Marrero's just going to keep this on a quarterback keeper. And he does, right up the middle. He has the 1st down, out close to midfield.
Marrero with the wildcat carry at the 1st down.
Yeah, right at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Lions of Trinity Christian from their own 49-yard line. Again, they trail 27-21, clock running, 3.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lions defense seeing if they can step up again. Marrero in motion.
Oh, that looks like
that's
a
busted play there.
Yeah.
Yep. Austin Odette. Oh, excuse me. Bear Couch. No, Slade Corley. Sorry, Slade. Slade Corley on the tackle there for a loss of they're giving a loss of 1. One of a loss of 3 or 4, but
2nd down and 11 thereabouts.
Ball's they give it a half-yard loss. Sorry. Good play there, by Slade Corley, Christian's younger brother.
Mama Pat's probably listening, right?
No doubt, from Clovis, New Mexico. Martinez looking to pass.
Oh, goodness gracious.
In and out of the hands of 13. He reels it in. Takes it out to the one guy's marking at the 44. One guy's marking at the okay. There we go at the 46. Yeah, they stopped. They marked it at the 46. 3rd down and 5 at the Lions' 46-yard line. Considerably big play here on 3rd down.
Yeah, some odd spotting of the ball tonight, Steve.
Yeah.
But not too far off, but a yard. I'd give it to Hiley right up the gut.
Yeah, like Barry said it earlier, the guy's getting 7 yards a carry.
And he hasn't touched the ball yet on this drive, so.
Marrero in motion. There's a pitch to Marrero out to the far side. Yeah, there's going to be a penalty on 13. He came up helmet to helmet on Tyler Brown. And there's a penalty flag down, so that's going to negate that gain. And let's see if they call a personal foul.
Pointing the wrong direction. Has to be pointing the wrong direction.
Yeah.
What?
No, wait. There's no. That can't. You're going to have to correct that. Yes. Thank you. Good grief.
Signaling first down.
Yeah, signaling
too,
first
no
down
less.
and everything. Like, dude, man, what a punch in the gut there that was going to be. Yeah, that's against Liberty or Trinity. I keep saying Liberty against Trinity.
Well, your hatred for Liberty Christian keeps coming out, Steve, all the time. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
I think the number 2 most hated team by Steve is probably All Saints. Number 2.
No. You're right.
No, I mean Liberty Christian's number 1, your most hated team.
Number 2.
Then All Saints number 2 is your.
Hate is a very strong word, Jack.
Dislike.
I would not use that. I would not use that word.
Teams. On the Steve dislike team. Sorry, I'll clear that up.
All right. Well, a long third down play now.
All right, you got a little bit different defensive strategy here, don't you think?
Marrero again in motion, hand off to Hiley up the middle.
Please stop him.
And he gets back out to still on his feet, still driving. And that is going to be a yard short of the first down.
That guy's got a mark down 3 yards short over there, Steve.
Well, a huge third down run there.
They had him stopped after about 10 yards.
Yep. Barry points out the first time Hiley's touched the ball here. Guess what? Oh, there we go. False start against Trinity. Costly penalty there for them. That's going to back it up. Instead of a 4th and 2, it's going to bring up 4th and 7. Riley White, head coach for Trinity there, wasn't happy about that. Giving some instruction to those guys.
This drive by Trinity Christian also gives time to probably tape up that ankle of Austin Cosby over there.
Yeah, hopefully Austin's okay and we'll be back on for the next series. Looks like he's got his helmet in hand. He's right next to, by Coach Dickert, right next to Jake Ford. So, yeah, nobody else is throwing. Barry points that out. So, all right, big 4th down play. You need to stop here and get the ball back on downs.
They did it again.
Penalty.
Oh,
sorry,
timeout.
Timeout by Riley White. I don't know if they were running down on the play clock or what, but well, big 4th down play here. There is 43 seconds left here in the third quarter, so plenty of time left in the game. But just momentum-wise, it would be a big stop here for the Lions to get the ball back on downs.
Can I ask you two a question? I can't see very well, but are those alumni cheerleaders? Is this a homecoming game down there on the right?
That is alumni, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Jack.
Just want to make sure.
You're not.
It seemed a little mature, but
you're not seeing anything.
I haven't seen that before. Have you guys? In the high school level?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Okay.
Yeah. Barry says no. All right, Regents, 5th team in the stadium taps. They're up 41-7 over Grace Prep. Parish Episcopal trailing Prestonwood 27-21. That's at halftime. Liberty up 50-0 at halftime over Nolan Catholic. The Cardinals up over Southwest Christian 13-4. That's in the third quarter. And again, our score here 27-21. Grapevine Faith leading. Big 4th down play here. 4th down and 7. Trinity at the Lions 48-yard line. Martinez back to pass.
Oh, no.
He's looking deep.
Nope.
Well overthrown.
Nope.
Overthrown.
No flag.
No flag on the play. So the Lions will take over on downs.
That's the third turnover on downs what we've gotten out of these guys, and that's really impressive on the defensive side of things.
No doubt. I'm not sure what Trinity was complaining about.
I think they're complaining about because they think there was a hold on that play.
Well, the receiver was trying really hard to get a pass interference call. And for the life of me, as Jack and I have been talking about, I don't know why in the world they don't give the ball to Deacon Hiley every play.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it look easy. He just got 20 yards. He's only touched the ball one time on that drive.
Yeah.
It is time to chew some clock, though, now. Jack, I know you like that phrase. Corbin told me to be sure to use it.
Which one?
It is time to chew some clock.
Yeah, it is.
Chew some clock here.
Well, I mean,
just a touch.
Yeah, just a touch.
Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. Out over midfield, just over midfield, right at midfield.
Scott Kidwell from Midland is listening. He loves Just a Touch. That's where I probably got it from.
Corbin gave me a list of phrases to use that are Jack's favorite phrases. Excuse the clock, just a touch. Went to the well one too many times. I told him I'd get them all in. So.
And don't forget the most popular one, Bear. Hey, Steve, at this rate, we might be home by 9:45 tonight.
Yeah. Keep an eye on that.
We might be somewhere by 9:45 tonight, Steve. I'm not sure it's going to be home, though.
It won't be.
And we have neglected to keep an eye on that clock. I apologize, Jack. We need to be sure to count those minutes down.
Well, the Lions opt to let the game clock expire here in the third quarter, so they're just literally going to – the ball's right at midfield, so they don't just march from one end of the field to the other, just literally turn around. But the end of the third quarter, and your Lions lead 27-21. Thankful for our sponsors here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud sponsors of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commission, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call two of the companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877-YOUR-HERO, and you'll see how they've been gimmick-free since '83.
Oh, 877-YOUR-HERO.
Thank you, Jack. We are.
It's getting chilly, Steve. I'm not gonna lie. And this blowing in from wherever this is coming from is starting to make my nose run a little bit. Sorry about my sniffles, folks.
Mine too. I'm having to.
Game, right?
What's that?
So I guess my coat doesn't look quite as funny as it did at the beginning of the game. Also, the fact that you told me to wear it and then made fun of me for wearing it. That's what makes my.
All right, break it up. Break it up here, guys. I mean,
it looked bulky. I just didn't know.
Barry and Jack going to fisticuffs here. I'm having to break them up here on top of the press box.
I let the ladies know. Hey, when it says it's 55, that means it's really about 35 out here in Lubbock. So
we're Reliant Air Conditioning customers, Jack. So when I get home, and if it's cold in Keller, I'll be able to turn on my heat from Reliant Air Conditioning.
Yeah.
Stay nice and toasty this winter. Jeff Stewart taking great care of us. All right, 2nd down and 8, ball right at midfield.
I'd hand it off to Walker Little right here.
Start here of the fourth quarter. Boy, we see the Lions come in and take this and score. No. Austin Cosby back to pass, rolls out, flush out of the pocket, wide open.
What is going on?
It's Noah Smith. He's in for the touchdown. No flags.
Wow. Dear Lord.
Man, there have been some significant lapses in the secondary.
Yeah. I'm glad it's somebody else finally.
But, hey, guys, how many times have you seen a play like that with the guy wide open and it's, shorted or thrown over his head? But, man, Austin Cosby put that right on the money.
That guy was absolutely wide open. It was almost as if they thought there's no way we pass. Yeah. I'm sure Derek saw that, and that's why they ran. Yeah. That's why they threw the ball.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, we were able to burn about 49 seconds off the clock on that one.
Lions are going to go for 2 here. Austin Cosby rolls to his right. Pass is complete, and that is going to be a successful 2-point conversion to, I believe, Cannon Hunter. Yep. So after they missed the extra point after the last touchdown, the Lions go for 2, and they now lead by 14, 35-21.
We need a defensive stop here, and I feel a whole lot better about this game, Steve.
Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Back to you. Well, nice drive there by the Lions.
By the way, Armstrong's listening from the Flower Mound.
Who's that?
It just says Armstrong.
Oh watching. Yeah, you're Dr. Armstrong from Grapevine Faith.
I like how you know everybody at the school, Steve.
Dude, you've been there. You're a lifer.
But people don't approach me, Steve, like they approach you. They find you friendly and engaging.
You're aloof, Jack.
I'm barely friends with Barry, for God's sakes.
Well, if the Lions putting 35 up tonight.
Well, we're at 61 listeners or 61 watching people.
Watching people.
I think that's impressive. That's the largest number I've seen in a long time. Barry wants to know why it's different. It's probably because everybody knew you were going to be on tonight.
Well, Chicken got a fair catch there, so.
I wonder if that kick went a little bit further, that win that Cade probably didn't factor in. 29-yard line. That's Decent starting spot there.
Barry, I'm with you, man. If they just give it to Hiley, just a steady dose of that.
Lynchide family's watching also from Irving.
They got plenty of time.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if he's going to do it at 8 yards a pop.
Yep. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the game.
There you go. No.
Martinez on the keep. A little option play out to the side of Marrero, and he's
these guys
lost
are playing
about
defensively.
3. Unbelievable.
These guys are playing with a lot of guts tonight.
We have struggled stopping the run right up the gut, but out to the perimeter, our pursuit has been fantastic, and a loss of 2 or loss of 1 on the play there. Great defensive pursuit there by the Lions. Again, they lead 35-21. 11 minutes left in the game, and your Lions leading by 2 touchdowns.
What?
Marrero in motion again, a little jet sweep, looking to pick up a block from Hiley.
Nice,
and he does, but again,
nice.
A good stop there. David Armstrong, yes, is our Armstrong listener from Grapevine Faith. It's our VP of Finance, Jack. You should know that. You're in the finance business. Come on. The great Tammy Peden gives me his title. Yep.
I'm surprised that maybe I haven't heard from him.
David, great that you're listening. Anybody else, if you're listening, you can text us at 817-980-7994, 817-980-7994, or let us know in the chat on the YouTube stream. Again, your Lions leading 35-21. We're right just over 10 minutes left in the game.
Hiley, nice.
They hit immediately. So bounces out and hit again.
Goodness gracious.
Wow. A lot of bodies flying.
What is going on with this defense
tonight? Man, they are playing possessed this series.
Yes, they have gotten fired up on this last series. It's 4th down.
Man, that's going to force, for the first time tonight, the punt team, Barry.
Gracious.
How about this defense? They are playing with the passion.
I mean.
Well, they finally got that Corbin kid out of there. Maybe
Well, they traded up for sure, definitely. Although he's as violent as his mother.
Yeah.
So I would think that would help.
Turn off his mic.
Almost over the head of the punter. Oh, and they almost blocked it, but they kind of off the side. Get on the ball, Charlie. Charlie picks it up. He's going to run it. He's inside the 30. Boy, the Lions are going to have great field position here. Great job there. Charlie Donovan had turned around, had his back to the punt. It hit him in the back of the leg, and he turned around and picked it up and ran it about 15 yards.
There.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Charlie Donovan.
Well, this is starting to kind of look like a Texas Tech game here. They're getting the ball and then scoring, but they got to keep scoring before the defense has to go back out there.
Now, Tech played last weekend, didn't they? Who did they play last weekend?
Let's see. I'm
trying to remember.
Score.
Who was that, Barry, that they played last week?
I'm
you remember?
Not really sure.
It was another big. It was a conference game. It was the Big 12 game.
Yeah.
It was Baylor.
Again.
That's right.
Baylor. But they played at home, so they won, right? They won. Oh no, Baylor beat them in Lubbock.
Okay. All right.
Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. Nice run there by Walker. Gained of he chews up about 4 yards there, Jack. Got to chew up some yards, as Barry mentioned earlier.
Some clock as well.
And chew up some clock. We're inside of right at almost the 9 minutes now.
You know, we're getting a couple breaks that we didn't normally get, or maybe making some plays that we don't normally make in these last couple games we've had. So that's also been a nice positive addition to the squad.
No doubt.
These 4th down stops have been great tonight.
The defense, like you said, they've been playing like a man possessed these last couple of series. Offensively, though, we've done a good job of moving the ball around, and again had some guys just get behind the secondary, and Austin Cosby been right on point. We're right at 5 seconds on the play clock here. They've got to get it off. They do. Hand off to Walker Little. Stiff arms one man. Spins around. Still on his feet. Stumbles down to about the 21-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down, about a yard short.
3rd down and short.
Woo, Steve.
And a good game here, man.
Yeah. But also, this is one of the games I have on Jake Ford like he had been running the ball, and he's played a huge role in the blocking on the offense.
Cosby letting the play clock run down as far as he can. Hand off to Walker. He's got the first down inside the 20-yard line. Lions once again are inside the Reliant red zone. If your house is in the red zone because your HVAC system's on the fritz, call Reliant Air Conditioning today at 877-YOUR-HERO. Great first down run there by Walker Little.
Clock running, Steve. That's what we want to chew up some clock.
We're inside of 8 minutes now. Again, your Lions leading 35-21.
Switching the players in and out here. Got a different formation.
Yep.
Got
two receivers
Charlie
here on the
Donovan
near side,
right,
with 2 running backs in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. And he's going to let this play clock run down as much as he can. 7.5 minutes left here in the game. Hand off to Walker Little. He's hit. Good stop there by the Trinity front. Ryan Purdue was driven down by 55 off the play, and
you know, we watched 55 in the warm-ups, and we're very concerned with our abilities to block him. But man, he really has not been a factor tonight.
Ryan's letting him know that, yeah, dude, that you didn't affect me at all.
I pray for you too, is what he said.
That's what he did. Yes. He said what?
I think he handed him a gospel track when he got up.
Witness it to him.
Norm Sobecki is listening tonight.
Who?
Norm Sobecki, Clayton Sobecki's grandfather.
Oh, yeah, all right, Norm.
Thanks for having you.
The great Clayton Sobecki, the Air Force Academy, Grapevine alum. Oh, kind of a bust. Oh, the ball is down, and the Trinity team has it. Trinity Lions recover.
Yep,
there we go. Penalty flag's down. 55 finally got flagged. Ryan Purdue had come in trying to get the ball, and 55, who's been all over Purdue for the last probably 5 minutes, finally got flagged. So that's going to back up the Trinity Christian Lions 15 yards. So that's going to take it inside the 15-yard line.
Hey, one good thing about that drive, Steve, is that we hadn't had in the second half. That was like a 3-minute drive for us, which is good.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're going to go half the distance back to the goal line. That's going to be starting on the 10-yard line, 90 yards twice.
Yep.
Austin Cosby's Mimi, Tony Holt is listening. And
from Florida.
Thank you for listening. Go get your neighbors. Have them come over and listen too.
That's right. We got 6.5 minutes left. 6 minutes, 33 seconds to be exact. That penalty backs the ball back to the 11-yard line, where the Lions of Trinity Christian are going to have to go 89 yards here. 6:33 left. Again, your Lions, Grapevine Faith Lions, leading 35-21.
All right, we need to keep the energy positive on this defensive side of the ball.
Martinez looking to pass.
I don't know that I want.
Oh, thrown behind the receiver. Almost, man, Christian Corley had a shot at that. Just out of Christian's reach, but he almost picked that thing off, and it was going to be church to the end zone. He was going to take that in.
Martinez hasn't had to throw the ball very much tonight. They've relied on Deacon
Hiley.
Deacon Hiley tonight, but I don't know that I'm going to feel comfortable trying to win a game with J.J. Martinez throwing the ball 15 times down the field.
Yep, you're right. They've kind of lived and died by that inside handoff to Deacon Hiley, and the Lions have done a great job of shutting that down here. He's back to pass again here on second down. Plenty of time. Good protection.
Looks like a hold.
Rolls out in pursuit. Colton Edwards. He throws that out of bounds. So it does stop the clock with 6 minutes, 19 seconds left. But 3rd down and 10 after 2 incomplete passes from J.J. Martinez.
Yeah, defensive line was getting some pressure in there finally, on a pass play. But they haven't had to rush on a pass play. They've just been trying to play run defense most of the night.
Yep. Austin Odette's been a big factor tonight defensively. Jackson Walker as well. Colton Edwards having a great game. Walker Little even on the defensive side of the ball. So 3rd down and 10 from their own 11. Martinez back to pass again. Pass here to the near side. Oh, Cannon Hunter almost takes him down.
Oh,
Noah Smith finally brings him out.
And
there is a player down for the it looks to be Jax Wygan, one of the wide receivers. He is down on the far sideline for Trinity Christian. That is a 1st down for the Lions of Trinity Christian. And the Lions sideline takes the knee as they attend to Wygan.
It's about a 26-yard pickup there.
Somebody needs to tell the cheerleaders that they've got an injured player down instead of cheering, maybe. Just saying.
Yep.
And Wygan is in a lot of pain over there. Coach Riley White going over there himself to check it out. The training staff for both Grapevine Faith and Trinity Christian over there. I heard this trumpet playing somewhere, Jack, and somehow I had Louis Armstrong on my phone.
Oh, it was you playing it.
I don't know what that was. How in the world? The great John Brooks. Yeah, he said.
He's the one that gave you your start in this business, wasn't he?
Oh, hey. So the great John Brooks says Lions showed up and out tonight. By the way, more Berry, please.
Oh, I got.
Wow.
By the way, I got more
That's
Berry.
That's kind of a dig at Jack, isn't
no,
it?
No.
They just
actually,
I got
more
Berry.
You know what I got?
What'd you get?
More Berry, less Steve. actually.
No, that can't be.
Stephanie, the great Stephanie Kate, says that she's watching the game, but without her daughter Sarah. She's no longer allowed to watch their game. She's busy babysitting and we're winning. So,
not to try to diminish this chatter, but it looks like they're going to bring the ambulance out.
Oh
here,
no, that is not good.
Oh no, is that right?
Yep. Let's see.
They're getting the EMTs, not necessarily the ambulance. Nope, they're going to bring the ambulance out, I think. So.
This is not good. This is not, and Check.
Let me go back and see if I can take a look at that.
Field, and he was on the far side over there.
Yeah, Jack's going to take a look at replay. That's Jack's Wygan. We're going to pray for him right now. Heavenly Father, we lift up Jack's Wygan to you, Father, and pray that this injury is nothing serious. We pray that you would heal him, pray protection over him. Would you calm and support his family, Father, right now, give them strength, and pray for the doctors that will attend to him, Father. We just pray that this is not a serious injury, that he can recover quickly, and we just lift him up to you in Jesus' name, amen. Well, that's, the ambulance, I think they're trying to figure out if they can get clearances to drive onto the field or if they're going to go around the track.
I think they're going to go around the track, Steve.
Yeah, they're going to take the ambulance to the far side of the man. Yep.
I couldn't see on the replay, Steve, what happened. The play, I mean, it was off the play. That's weird.
Did you see anything, Barry?
I didn't. No, I had the camera on the ball over here, and he was on the back side, so I didn't see it.
The ambulance is on the track on the far side, on the visitor sideline behind the Lions bench now, and they're pulling up over by the field right next to the sideline. Yep.
Teammates are praying for him here on the sideline. That's good to see.
Yep. Entire Liberty team is, for the most part, is gathered up.
Yeah.
And they're going to get the stretcher. He's got, I haven't really seen much movement out of him. I don't know if it's an upper extremity, like a neck injury of some sort, or sorry, I said upper extremity, either upper extremity or a neck injury, or something with a knee. They're up talking to him. I don't really see them. Although Coach Ashley's got a hold of his right knee, it looks like. So, we're just going to pray, and we've been praying that that's nothing serious. Awfully quiet here at our Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium. 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the game, and this has really put a damper on things. As Jax Wygan, the wide receiver for Trinity Christian, has been down here for quite some time, and they brought the ambulance and the stretcher out for him. Yeah, folks, if you're watching at home, if you would just take just a second and just say a prayer. Looks like the Lions, some kids on the Lions sideline as well, praying for him. But if you would just take a moment, if you're watching with your family, would y'all just collectively say a prayer for Jax Wygand, W-E-I-G-A-N-D, the wide receiver for Lubbock Trinity Christian. If you'll just lift him up, take a few minutes to do that right now. I know that would be greatly appreciated. Jack, you've been watching that a couple of times. Have you seen anything? Was there?
No,
was
I
it
can't.
in the? Was it in the picture?
It was out of the shot, and that's what. And you wonder if it maybe. I mean, it's hard to think that it would be a head injury or a neck injury, and because it was off the play like that. But
yeah, when it's off the play like that, you would think it's something more along like maybe
leg or
ankle, knee got twisted up or something.
Coach Ashley's moving pretty quickly, but I don't know what. These other people don't seem to be moving with so much pace that I don't know what's going on over there. Typically,
He's not moving now, but he was moving, on the ground when he was initially injured.
Yeah.
So
she's got a trainer bag of some sort with some. Maybe there's some. What's that? Leg. Yeah. Okay.
Whichever leg is hurt, they're going to stabilize that.
Yeah.
And then put him up there on the stretcher.
Well, we obviously don't want any injury at all to be serious, but man, a leg injury was much more treatable than a head injury. So, yeah, I believe you're right here. It looks like they're bringing out the kind of that inflatable cast or something to stabilize that leg.
You wonder why, and you don't see the ambulance at these games very often either, which is great. But to have training staff like that, to have the ambulance there, but man, why didn't they have an air cast in that ambulance?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mrs. Wharton on the visitor side, which is where that's closer, said it may be a knee or a leg injury. So.
A knee or leg injury of some sort is what April's thinking. The Lions sideline, a lot of those guys on their knees, and those have been praying. We saw it earlier, the Trinity Christian Lions over here, team collectively praying for Jax Wigan. Just to reset, let you know we're 6 minutes, 9 seconds left here in the game. Grapevine Faith leading 35-21. Trinity Christian does have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line, but more importantly right now is the condition of Jax Wigan, who's been down here for a good 10, maybe 15 minutes coming up on. And, man, boy, you just hate to see that.
Coach Riley down in there too. Talking to that young man.
Hope you got a chance to hear him in our pregame. Really, really fine Christian man. Just a good guy, and originally from the Alabama area. His wife is a alumnus of Trinity Christian. He was here for a short stint for a couple of years as a wide receiver, I think running back coach, I believe, and then left and went to Alabama. Then he came back when Kevin Spinner was going to retire. There's some other, they're signaling for something else, Jack. I can't tell. Is there another EMT or some sort of?
I don't know. There's a lot of chatter on the phones that look like they're waving people in, but I don't see any movement.
Well, they've got him on the stretcher.
And it's nice to see that both medical staffs were helping over there.
Yeah, for sure.
And Coach Mingledorf, longtime trainer for Grapevine Faith, is over there too. Got him on the stretcher there.
With the exception of some kiddos playing football over on the far, and again, not taking shots in there. They have no idea what's going on. They're just playing. But my point is, like, outside of them, it was deathly quiet for a good 10 minutes as everybody was praying and really focusing their attentions on Jack. So we're going to pray that that's not a serious injury. Good sign is he's, looks like his left leg, I think. They've got that stabilized, so he's on the stretcher, and they'll be wheeling him off.
Yeah, at least he's in that upright position. It looks like he's probably in some pain.
Let's hear it for Jax Wigan.
Jax, we almost mispronounced his last name. My apologies. Jax Wigan, not Wigan. Jack Wigan, the wide receiver for Trinity Christian. Standing ovation by Grapevine Faith Lion fans on that far sideline.
Jax, we're all collectively going to be praying for you tonight.
Coach White making his way back over here to the near sideline. The Trinity Christian team out stretching and running a few sprints, just trying to get loosened back up.
He's got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Yeah, he does.
Did Corbin bring that one up, Barry?
What did he say?
What?
The hitch and a giddy up. Did he bring that one up?
No, no, that's a new one. I have to write that down.
No, there's a couple of, looks like game administrators on the field. I think that's probably Jack's dad there talking to the referee. There looks like some game administrators on their phones, and probably either.
I think he's over there. His father and his. It looks like maybe his brother are
all right, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's another administrator talking to the referee and trying to figure out. I don't know if they're trying to figure out how he's going to exit the field, or I'm not sure what they're trying to figure out.
I don't know why they just don't go out the same way they came in.
2 cell towers in the whole city. So he's in the middle of the field trying to make sure that he can get a signal.
Barry. Goodness gracious, Barry.
All right, so I'm not turning your microphone on, Barry. Not if you're going to talk like that. I'm just kidding. Barry's just having fun. He's not being ugly. He's just having fun.
Being ugly.
Did Roxanne make the trip out? She did not. Is she watching?
She's watching, yeah.
Okay.
She told me that the kid was moving his arms when he was on the ground over there, so that was a good sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
Movement.
Maybe Jacob got that on the film and see what he got.
Jake said he didn't see it happen either. So, all right. So the Lions went over talking to Coach Bobby Holland, trying to tell him what the next steps are.
You know, this is tough for both teams to get back kind of warmed up a little bit and kind of get back to playing football. You got one of your friends is down there getting in an ambulance for Trinity Christian, and then, you know, Faith is just like kind of takes a wind out of everybody's sails in a game like this, Steve.
Now, one thing I've noticed, Jack, 55.
He's not even on the roster.
He's not even on a roster that I got from Coach White. He does not have his helmet on, and he was playing both ways last time. He was playing on the offensive side. I think he was playing as a tackle or a tight end, and as an extra blocker. But he has not had his helmet on since that personal foul penalty.
Yeah. Man, that's just kind of puts a damper on the game a little bit.
Yep. They've got
at least one of the guys at midfield is a school administrative official, and what we're speculating is that they're telling the head referee that they don't want to start the game until that ambulance is left the field.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Is
the head coach or a coach?
Jack, you know how much I love doing these games with you, but I'm just going to say having Barry on tonight has added a lot to the broadcast.
Well, Steve, I told you could fire me at any given time.
I'm not firing you. I'm just
Barry
saying.
Can get in here, but Barry's been a nice addition to the squad. I appreciate it, but I'm going to tell you this right now. If you try to bring Barry into the booth next week at home with Coach Music and Coach Estrada, you're going to have probably a fist fight between the two of them and one of us because there's not enough room in there.
Tammy, just saw your text. Apologies, and apologies for that. Now, I just got this text about 10 minutes ago from Sean Weaver, who says, I got a fever, and the only cure is more Jack Wharton.
Oh, thank you, Coach Weaver. I appreciate that.
So it sounds like I'm out, and it's going to be the Jack and Barry show going forward. So
it's the Barry Irwin show. It's the Barry Irwin show. Yeah, this is...
Here's the ambulance rolling by.
Yeah.
Taking Jax to the hospital. So be praying for him.
Heck, they almost ran over that guy in the wheelchair over there. My goodness.
Always confused me is how the audience doesn't realize that you actually turn his mic down when you're tired of hearing from him.
Yeah.
And they text you and they say, turn him up.
Yeah.
Like it's a mistake.
Yeah.
No, it's fully intentional.
Okay.
Because most of us can see it coming.
All right, so.
Oh. Okay, Mark says, Mark Edwards, our reporter down on the sideline, is telling me that they are going to wait for another ambulance to get here. I'm assuming that's just a medical staff that's on here, and I bet there's another ambulance on its way to take him off to where he needs to go.
Well, I think what they're saying is they're going to wait for another ambulance to get here to replace in case somebody else gets hurt.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yeah, we're gonna wait until there's another ambulance here in case somebody were to get hurt. Was that?
And that's the only ambulance they've got in Lubbock, so we got to have another one come from Midland, I think.
I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to have a 5-minute warm-up period. That's 5 minutes before play will resume. We will start the timer now and inform the officials at the 5-minute mark.
Okay, so they've just announced over the PA that they're going to have a 5-minute warm-up period. Obviously, want to avoid any other injuries because of the delay here on the game. So they're going to allow 5 minutes for both teams to get stretched out and warmed up, and then they will resume play. So it does not appear that they're going to wait for another ambulance. I don't know what the protocol on that is. Barry, do you know what the protocol is on something like that?
I really don't. I've never been in a game where somebody left in an ambulance.
Yeah.
I did see Walker Little go to the locker room, though.
Yeah, no, just now?
Just now.
That was Sterling Atkins, number 25. 25,
oh,
yeah. Yeah, there's Walker down there, right there at the hash mark. So, yeah, both teams, Lions are lined up there. Barry, I'll give you a shot of them. They're getting warmed up, just re-stretched out again. Just want to avoid any sort of injuries. I'm looking for, there's 55 over here on the sideline still, and does not have his helmet on, Barry. He's this is the one that the big kid that got the personal foul on him. He has had his helmet off and doesn't look like he's. I don't know if he's just coming back to the game or not.
I wonder if surely they didn't give him an ejection. You don't get an ejection for one personal foul.
No, they do notate that, but I wonder if Riley White has pulled him off to,
Truthfully, that was 2 plays in a row where he hit the kid after the whistle.
No doubt. Oh yeah.
And the last one was really a forearm to the side of the helmet after the whistle.
Yeah.
Which is just completely poor and unnecessary.
Yeah. I did not see any sort of signal from the official that he had been ejected or anything like that. But we're just talking about 55. He had his helmet on and doesn't look like he's going to be entering the game anytime soon.
I don't even see his helmet on the sideline anywhere, do you?
No, I don't think they may have taken it away or something. You see Jax Wiggins there on the sideline, 18. So if you're just now joining us, delay here as there was an injured player, was down the field for a good 15 minutes, almost 20, and they took him off in an ambulance. It appears to be a left leg injury. Coach Ashley on the training staff for Grapevine Faith ran and got it's like some sort of lower extremity stabilization kit, and they were able to stabilize his left leg, and then he was taken off in an ambulance. Sirens were not going on the ambulance as they were pulling out, so that's a good sign. But if you have the opportunity tonight before you go to bed, pray for Jax Wiegand, wide receiver for Lubbock Trinity. Reset here, 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the game. Your Grapevine Faith Lions leading 35-21, and the Trinity Christian will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Your Lions with 3 timeouts, Trinity with 2.
Maybe I'm going to ask you a question, Steve, that you probably can't answer. So I'm assuming.
Thanks for your confidence.
Well, no, I mean, because you probably don't. I mean, I don't know the answer to it, so I figured you don't. But I mean, does our volleyball team come out here on the weeknights to come play Lubbock Christian and Midland Christian and the such, like in basketball for that matter? I mean,
well, they announced no. What they announced was that their volleyball team had beat Fort Worth Christian.
Yeah, I heard that. So I guess they're coming out on a week, like a Friday night, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They're not coming out here on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, missing like 2 days of school or whatever to get out. Yeah, that's the thing about these realignments that. With the realignments this year, Midland Christian and Lubbock Trinity Christian in the same district as Grapevine Faith, the Cardinals at Fort Worth Christian, and
or Miami playing at Cal,
All Saints University. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
Really a challenge for both teams if you think about it, because I bet we've been. What do you think? We've had about a 20-minute, 30-minute.
Oh, 20 minutes easy.
Right.
And probably pushing 30.
Regardless of who had the momentum, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Kind of starting all over again, aren't you?
Yeah. It's a very sombering and kind of humbling moment for everybody because the thought of, hitting somebody, everything just stops. And so like you said, that momentum and the energy and the.
They've never had an experience where they stop the game for 30 minutes at the end of the game.
Yeah.
and then warm up again and try to have the same intensity level that they had before the timeout. I mean, this is a new experience for both sides.
Yeah, it's fortunately has not happened often, and I hate to see it in any level of play. Coach Riley White trying to get the Grapevine Faith Lions ready to go. Well, we talked about it earlier, guys, and I'll tell you, the way the defense stepped up the last two series was nothing short of amazing. And not just stop the last two series was nothing short of amazing. And not just stops, but stops for losses, tackles for losses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gang tackling.
Yep.
Laying the wood is what they've been doing, all of them.
Yep, for sure.
They've all played well.
Yep.
I hear that leather popping all the way up here, can't you, Barry?
Yeah.
Back when Jack played, he's a reference there, the leather helmets that Jack wore when he played back in the day.
I wore a kicker bar and a zonk. That's what I had on my face.
The kicker bar, was that the little thing that came
down
right above the forehead?
No,
there?
That's
the
zonk.
one bar.
The zonk is the U that came across my nose. I just wanted to check my nose, and then a kicker bar, but they didn't have much use for me as a deep snapper with that. I just wanted to check my nose, and then a kicker bar, but they didn't have much use for me as a deep snapper with that kind of face mask. So
referees down here at the 20 talking to the game official again, and they keep looking towards the end zone or through the end zone back where the other ambulance was parked. And I wonder, Barry, if they are having to pull something from the PA announcers announced that the warm-up timer for 5 minutes has expired, but they are pointing in the direction west, like, hey, we've got an ambulance coming from over yonder, over there. So let's see. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. I wonder if he missed the turn, maybe.
Oh my God.
Boy, thank goodness the mic was off for that. Oh man.
What I didn't realize is some of these roads are closed, like dirt roads or whatever. They're not all the way through. They're still waiting on the ambulance is what I just got. From
the great Tammy Peden says that, yes, teams do travel, but they usually try to play back-to-back days so they can maximize their time on the road. Yeah, Barry noticed back to our west. Okay, yeah, it looks like maybe that ambulance just turned in maybe. Kind of, it's got like a spotlight going off that. Yeah, we're this stadium, it's a really nice complex. There's a football field, softball field, and baseball field right here
kind of pulling
in this athletic complex. But it is a good 20 minutes south or so of the campus of Trinity Christian.
It appears that maybe the ambulance is now pulled in the parking lot, but it's hard to see that entrance coming in here too. That may have been what we had a lot of. There's Quaker ends basically here at 130th, so it's hard to see. It looks like we've got a ATV kind of directing the ambulance in here, so I bet we're going to get started here in a minute.
Well, we hope you'll stick around for the end of this one. 6 minutes, 9 seconds left here.
Yeah, that's another ambulance that just rolled in.
Yep, sure enough.
Okay, they're going to start. The refs have just indicated they're going to start.
What's that, Bear?
We just can't give up the big play, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
We got 6 minutes left. There's time for 2 scores, but if we can make them run the ball and chew some clock, then we'll have a whole lot better shot of getting out here with a win.
Yep. Well, let's get the energy back a little bit here, Steve.
Yep, team's trying to cheer their teams back up a little bit here. So 1st and 10. Again, 6 minutes, 9 seconds left. Your Grapevine Faith Lions leading 35-21. Hand off to, a little option play. Martinez keeps it. He's hit. Christian Corley on the stop, still on his feet.
Oh,
laterals the ball. Gets it out to Marrero, who gets another couple of yards. There's a penalty flag again. That may be a face mask. That's going to be personal foul, face mask, against the Lions, against Grapevine Faith.
Yeah, you don't want that, Steve.
Nope. It's going to add 15 more yards on. All right. Well, what you got, Barry?
I don't know who the penalty was on, but Noah Smith's playing like a man possessed out there.
Yeah, he is. He is all over the field. Snap back to Martinez. He's looking to pass. Pass on the far sideline. Complete to number 16. He's driven out of bounds by Charlie Bunch.
I don't know how he got that pass completed. They were all over that pass play.
Now stops the clock with 5 minutes, 39 seconds left. Again, your Lions leading 35-21.
Your stadium announcer has changed it to the Red Lions.
He was calling us the White Lions.
Oh, okay.
I never heard him say the Red Lions, but makes sense. Trying to distinguish between the two teams who both have lions as their mascot. Martinez pass here to the near side, complete to Marrero, looking to pick up a block.
Keep him in bounce. There you go.
And they do. So knocked down at the tackle, taking out the 30-yard line.
Okay, line back up defensively. You guys got to hustle hard. Let's go.
Trinity quick to the line of scrimmage. Clock running, 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Martinez looking to pass. Pass here to the near sideline.
Get him, stay him in bounds.
Cannon Hunter drives him out at the 22-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down.
Boy, he was on an island by himself over here too, Steve. Cannon Hunter.
Yep.
He got by him. If he was really made a move, he probably could have gotten to the inside, got about another 10, 15 yards out of that.
So clock stop with 5 minutes, 10 seconds left. Snap back to Martinez. Oh, ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Good play there. I think Walker Little got a hand on it. Yep, he did.
Walker Little's had a good night tonight.
Yeah, he has.
I'm really happy with his play on the offensive side of the ball, but, man, defensively.
Defensively,
well,
we've called his name several times as well. He's made some big plays. So clock stop, 5 minutes, 6 seconds left now in the game.
Whew, Steve.
Boy, you really want to see the Lions hold on to this one. Hiley goes out, flares out.
Oh, goodness.
Tyler Brown misses a tackle there. He's finally taken out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, just shy of a first down.
Looks about a yard, two yards short.
Yeah, Tyler was locked up there with one of the offensive linemen. He almost got to Marrero, or excuse me, to Hiley. So I have to bring 3 receivers here to the near side. Just under 5 minutes for the clock stop.
Yeah, just over a minute and a half or 2 minutes, minute and a half on this drive. I said that about Martinez, and he's moved the ball pretty good. Didn't help with the 15-yard.
Yeah, that penalty was costly for sure. Hand off to Hiley up the middle.
Nice.
Boy, what a great play there. Slade Corley and Austin Odette. Slade Corley grabbed a hold of his ankles and would not let go, and Austin finished him off. So actually a loss of one of the ways. We'll call it 1.5.
Wow.
It's a long one.
Yeah, maybe get another defensive stop here. This was pretty much – oh, goodness gracious.
Yep, they jump. It's going to be a free play. Pass looking to the end zone.
There you go.
And it's knocked down, but that's going to be a free play after the offside, so it's going to result in a first down.
Yeah, they did what we usually do to people.
See what the official call is. Pretty sure, yep, offsides against the Lions. So that's going to result in a first down. 4 minutes, 29 seconds left in the game. That moves the ball inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Trinity.
Chewing up a lot of time on this clock, though.
Yep. I'll take that. Clock is stopped right now after the incomplete pass. Inside of 5 seconds now on the play clock. Martinez, ball snap back. He's looking to pass. A little pump fake right across the middle, wide open. That's a touchdown. Yep, they bid on the fake. And good pass play there by Martinez.
Yeah. I assume we're going to see an onside kick here after this one.
I would think so.
They didn't have to use one timeout. Anytime there's completion, they got out of bounds. The one time they ran the ball, the kid got out of bounds. It was a great drive.
Oh, good. God.
Lions almost get in to block that extra point, which would have been huge.
Okay.
4 minutes, 23 seconds left.
I see the coach has got number 55's helmet in his hands. Standing on the 45-yard line.
I wonder if he's what's that, Barry?
The Trinity Christian's been either pooch kicking or doing an onside kick every time. So it'll be interesting to see if he finally kicks it deep.
Yeah.
Because he ought to. He didn't want to give our offense a short field.
He did kick it deep one time. Charlie Donovan got one deep kick.
Okay,
That was it. But, yeah, you're right. Most of the time it's been a little pooch kick. So it'll be interesting to see if this is actually another pooch or if this is a true onside kick. 4 minutes, 23 seconds left. And
these guys got to get psyched up for this last drive here.
Trinity has 2 timeouts left. Your Grapevine Faith Lions have 3.
I'm just now noticing, Steve, if you take a look around here, there's a couple houses with Christmas
lights on. Yep, I see several. Yep. Well, right? It's not even Halloween yet, so why not?
Well, yeah, you got to be prepared for anything.
Well, they don't really look like they're looking for an on. They've only got 4 guys up on the front, and it is kind of an onside. Yep.
There you go.
Lions fall on it. Got there by Robbie Stevens, and he falls down. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10.
Well, I mean, you're in a tough spot if you're Grapevine Faith. You got to run the ball to get the clock running and get them to use their timeouts, but at the same time, you still got to get a first down here. I would run the ball the first 2 plays and see what happens after that. Hopefully you get, Walker a little, maybe find a hole. He's been running hard all night.
You've got to take care of the football.
Yeah.
You have to take care of the football.
You can probably run about 20, get it under 4 after these first 2 plays. And
Robbie
and maybe get about another under 3 by the time if you don't get the first down.
Little end around here to Noah Smith.
Yes.
He's picking up some.
Stay in bounds.
Almost had some real estate there, but a nice run. Nice, about a 7-yard run on first down.
Stay in bounds. I think Coach is going to try to figure out if they're going to get a first down here. If they get a first down, they're going to have to start using these timeouts. But I think they want to see if they get a stop here without having to use their timeouts.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. That coach does have 55's helmet in his hand. He's not relenting on that. What you got, Barry?
I don't know how apparent it is. That's the 2nd game in a row where Noah has laid the wood to the defender who you think's about to hit him big.
Yeah.
And that's weight room.
Just lowers. Yeah,
That's
no
weight
doubt.
room.
No doubt. He's a different receiver.
He is.
For sure. Kind of that heavy right-sided formation for the Lions with 2 receivers out on the far left.
Go Walker.
Inside handoff to Walker.
Go Walker. Okay.
He
All
was
right.
stopped.
I might use the timeout here if I was Coach White. Not using this
Clock
timeout
continues
here.
to run. We're 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Big 3rd down play here. Now, no gain on that 2nd down run.
Gee whiz, it's going to be almost – I'm sure he's going to use it if we get to this 4th down, but it's going to be almost 2.5 minutes by the time they get this ball snapped.
Boy, the Trinity faithful have come alive here. Lions trying to get a play and get lined up here. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Clock continues to run. We're inside of 3 minutes left in the game. 8 seconds left on the play clock. Noah Smith in motion. There's a pitch to Noah around the left side. He's back. He's got the first down. First down, Lions. Big play. Big play by Grapevine Faith.
That was great. I was wondering if they might call that again.
Yep.
Okay, they're going to stop the clock while they move the chains.
They just flipped the sides of the field on that play and had Noah come from the right side.
I'm a little shocked they didn't use the timeouts there, but
yeah, Ronnie's got two timeouts left. 2 minutes 35 seconds left, and the clock continues to run.
Yeah, it's going to be 2:15 by the time they snap this. I might actually just have Austin get under center, but I guess nobody practices under center anymore.
Right. I would suspect you can keep this ball on the ground, but you got to hold on to the football.
You got to hold, keep it on.
There's
the
an
ground.
inside handoff to Walker.
Two hands, Walker.
Yep. Stopped after a gain of about 2.
They're going to be reaching in there.
Yep.
What? I don't get this, Steve. I really don't. I mean, at least on that one, I might have called the timeout because this is.
Said he did bench number 55.
Yeah,
so he's not going back in the game.
Yeah, 55 was benched, and that's going to be.
Well, I don't get this. I mean, at least this is your do or die right here. I would have called the timeout after that first down run. I mean, I bet Coach Holland said thank you.
I don't know if you guys saw that Oregon game, but you see that Oregon game, like 10 seconds left. They threw an extra man on the field.
Yeah.
It's like we're 12 men on the field. They got a penalty, and it ran off like 6 seconds, and they had 4 seconds left and couldn't do anything with it. It was a really smart play. There's the end around here to Noah.
Just cover it up.
Yep, he's taken down.
Okay, now they called the timeout because now you got 3rd and 12.
Minute 21 left here. Your Lions leading 35-28.
You know what? A nice draw play would be good here. I mean, act like you're going to throw the ball, but just draw it, and then you still got to use that last timeout if you're Coach White.
Well, Trinity has one timeout left that has used the one there. So, again, your Grapevine Faith leading 35-21. 1 minute, 21 seconds left. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. The Lions at the Trinity 47-yard line. Ran that little end-around jet sweep again, and that time for a loss. They sniffed that one out. Again, main thing is your hold on the football. You stayed in bounds, which was big.
Sorry, folks, for the sniffles.
Oh, gosh, we're both over. Man, my nose is running like a faucet over here. This wind blowing right in our face most of the night. It's not really blowing that hard now, but it's definitely on the chilly side.
Yeah.
Wish Jack would have told us the weather was going to be chilly tonight. We brought some thicker clothing.
It looks like nice 55, but it's not out here in Lubbock. It's just a chilly 55.
Yep, it's crisp. All right. I don't want to say this is your game essentially, but 1:21 left here. If you get a first down here, this should take care of it. But you got 13 yards to go.
Oh,
we'll see what the Lions decide to do.
61 degrees.
Oh boy, they had the play on to draw them off sides, and we jumped. Now they're going to talk about it if it was offsides first.
Start.
Yep, false start. Oh man, and you had them. You didn't have enough for the first down.
Janet Culpepper from New Braunfels, Texas, is listening.
All right, guys, what do you do here? Do you keep it on the ground and keep the clock running, force them to use their last timeout, and then you have to punt it?
I think I don't know. I think you got to keep it on the ground, Steve.
I mean, if you throw it and it's incomplete and stop the clock, saves them a timeout, and then they got 4th down, you got 1 timeout left with a little over a minute left. Yeah.
I think you got to run the ball. They got to hurry here, Steve.
5 seconds left here on the play clock. They get it. They do get it. Timeout. Timeout called.
I don't think Coach Horace had about using that timeout there, but I think he kind of needed to get a regroup. It's probably a good use of the timeout there.
The clock was already stopped anyway, so it wasn't running down on you.
Yeah. Wow, I think you got to run the ball and make them use their last timeout. Steve.
The play clock was down to 1 when we called timeout, so I think Derek thought we were about to get a delay again.
Yeah. Well, knowing Coach Will Music, he was in his ear yelling timeout, timeout, timeout. Will does a great job of keeping the play clock in check.
All right, so you're going to get the clock down to about a 1:10 probably by the time they call their last timeout. You're going to punt the ball away, and if I were Kate Johnson, I'd punt it out of bounds again, just like you did earlier. That gets you down to probably about 1:05, no timeouts left. Probably got to run at least 80 yards for a tying touchdown.
Well, yep. It's a tall order, but boy, we've seen them move the ball effectively. They've scored within a matter of
that was pretty
a
quick
few plays.
Yeah, that last drive was pretty quick, but
all right.
Ate a couple 3 minutes off the clock.
3rd down and almost 20. 1:21 left. Your Grapevine Faith Lions leading 35-28.
Oh, no.
They are looking to pass. It's thrown across the middle, and it falls incomplete. Intended for Noah Smith. He was kind of the only one in that vicinity. Charlie Bunch was on the far side. Was open. I don't think Austin saw him. Well, the clock has stopped. 1:15 left. Yep, I probably would have run the football there.
You could have done the same thing with Noah, that jet sweep again, and at least try to get 5-10 yards on that thing. If you wanted to go for it, you could.
Yeah, if you run the ball,
the pass is completed, the game's over because we can run the clock out.
Well, that's true. Yeah. There's two sides to it. You got to get this punt off now, and they do. Ooh, almost blocked. And that ball's going to sail out of bounds. Now the question is where it went out. They mark it at the 32-yard line. So Trinity with 1 timeout, 1:08 seconds left on the clock. You got to figure J.J. Martinez has got to throw the ball. I mean,
and by the way, the scenario I gave you earlier is right about the same thing. You've still got – it was about 1:05 is what I thought they'd have on the clock with 1 less timeout. That's the only difference, and 10 more yards than what I thought would be at.
Well, this time for the Lions defense team is trying to step up again here.
Let's see what happens here, Steve. Why don't we play the last minute 8 and see if we can pull this one out.
They've got senior Ryan Perdue in at the defensive nose guard position. Martinez looking to pass.
Right there.
Pass.
Oh!
Overthrown. Intended for number 8, Daniel Skelton. So that does stop the clock. 1:03. Trinity still has one timeout left. Trailing 35-28. Grapevine Faith looking for their first district win of the season. Boy, this would be a huge, huge victory here on the road that can pull this off.
Any win on the road, Steve, is big.
No doubt. Martinez with Hiley behind him in the backfield. Low snap.
Oh,
rolls to his right. Looks deep.
Knock it down, Christian.
Ooh, almost, yeah, Christian with the interception, but then 16 almost pulled it in. That was Dawson Ashley almost pulled it in. All right, incomplete. 55 seconds left here in the game. Third down.
Sometimes in tense situations, Steve, I go quiet, so sorry if I'm
It's okay.
quiet.
All right, I'll keep it going. Whew. 3rd and 10. Trinity still with one timeout left. 55 seconds left in the game, and they're trailing by 7.
Watch this side, Steve. Cannon's on his own.
Complete here to the near side.
Nice
Good tackle there
Cannon.
by Cannon Hunter. Stays in bounds.
4th down.
And this is the 4th down play. Yeah, that's about
I might use my timeout here if I was coach. Clock's running.
41
Let's
seconds.
Go, boys.
We're at 40 seconds
get lined
here.
up. Let's go, men.
Big play here.
Let's go, men. They look like moving on that line.
Complete. Oh, there's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, I think there's a chop block here, Steve.
Yeah, there's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, I think that's going to wait to see what this is.
So not only do you lose the time that just ran off the clock, it's going to be 4th down and even farther back.
Yep, there's going to be a chop block on the offense.
Yep,
Steve.
a personal foul. Yep, a chop block against the offense. So they had Ryan Purdue engaged. One of the linemen had him engaged up top.
Yeah, on that previous pass completion too, they did the same thing. They went down on Ryan's knees, and then this time they had 2 men on Ryan doing the same thing. So
well, we've had that happen before in a game, haven't we, Barry Irwin? Sorry, I didn't mean to poke the bear, but
I've seen that a time or two. Don't get me started.
Well, that is a big, huge 15-yard penalty. It is 4th down. There's 26 seconds left.
And I believe the clock starts on the whistle here, Steve.
It was a completed pass.
Yeah, it does start.
So let's see.
It started.
Yep, clock is moving.
I don't think JJ knows this.
Here's your game right here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a pass. Oh, incomplete. No penalty flags on the play.
Oh, that was.
And that's going to be it, folks.
Oh, I was going to say that looked like the break that we didn't get against Lake Country Christian.
Yeah.
Woo! What a game, folks.
No, I think they were saying that they thought it was a pass interference or something, I guess.
Okay.
Wow, why didn't you use your timeout? You're disheveled. The clock is running, and you needed that first down there. I don't know. The timeout, I mean, this is Les Miles clock management.
Yeah, I'm surprised Riley didn't use a timeout way earlier in the series there. Snap back there is going to take a knee, and that is going to do it. That's going to run the clock out.
Woo!
So, well,
maybe it was Barry Irwin that was the good luck charm.
Yeah,
tonight.
Barry, you're on camera the next 2 games. I got news for you. Wow. What a huge win for Grapevine Faith here on the road in Lubbock against Trinity Christian.
I'm watching Coach Music run. He's got some energy in him, and Coach Estrada does not.
Music is just going crazy right now.
Estrada's dragging hindquarters.
Teams will line up here to shake hands. Well, continue to pray for Wygand, for Jax Wygand for Trinity Christian. But man, huge win, first district win for the Lions this year, and man, you did it here on the road in Lubbock after traveling all day. And again, against an offense that just ran the ball really almost at will for most of the game. And I'm with you guys. Like I'm wondering, surprised they kept going to a pass or doing something besides handing it off to Hiley.
Yeah, I would have just kept handing it off to Hiley the entire second half, but that didn't work out.
What do you think, Jack? Did he have like 3 carries the whole second half, maybe?
Let's see.
And he looked unstoppable.
Yeah.
Let's see, they 28.
While you're looking at that, I do want to say this. Our boys deserve this win. They played really, really hard.
Yep.
I agree.
And even the defense, even though they did give up some big plays, when they didn't give up the big play, I mean, they were 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain. I think Coach Holland had a great defensive game plan. They haven't seen the veer all year, or maybe ever. I mean, it's been years since I've seen the veer, that triple option where they have the dive and really well.
Yeah,
I agree.
Hiley had 7 carries in the second half, and really only 2 in the he had 6 carries in the second half, and really only had 1 in the third or fourth quarter. It was a 22-yard run, kind of setting it up. That was in the third quarter. So he hadn't touched the ball in the fourth quarter at all, Barry.
Wow.
Well, a great win for your Grapevine Faith Lions here on the road. We really appreciate you listening to us. Huge thanks to Barry Irwin, not only for his work on the camera, but really insightful commentary. Barry, we loved having you up here tonight, brother.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me.
Well, continue prayers for Corbin and healing for him, and we want to see him back out there next week.
Hey, Barry.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just take a picture just in case you're not here again.
Yeah, I probably should. A selfie.
Jack.
Hopefully I'll do a better job with a selfie than I did
Mr.
with
Sensitive
the
Jack Wharton. So, well, for Barry Irwin, Jack Wharton, this is Steve Anthony here signing off from Archie Warwick Memorial Stadium here in Lubbock. Final, your Grapevine Faith Lions with their first district win this season, 35-28 over Trinity Christian. We do appreciate you watching here on the Grapevine Faith Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.